Welcome to Cosmic Astro. Today in this video, I'm going to discuss about the transit of planet Saturn, which has already transited in the Revati Nakshatra in the sign of Pisces on 17th of May 2026. And it will remain here in the Revati Nakshatra till 9th of October 2026 this year. So I will try to discuss what are the general facts which you all are going to face due to this particular transit in your natal chart. So in this video, I will discuss for each and every ascendant in detail. So without any further delay, let's get started. So for Aries ascendant people, for Aries ascendant, from 17th of May 2026 till 9th of October 2026, Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your 12th house actually, which is here. And in your case, Saturn rules your 10th house with the Capricorn sign and rules your 11th house with the Aquarius sign. Okay. So your 10th Lord will transit in the 12th house for you. So your 10th Lord is transiting in the 12th house for you, which is here. And your 11th Lord will transit in the 12th house for you. And your 11th Lord is transiting in the 12th house for you, which is here. Okay. And see, Saturn is going in the Revati Nakshatra. Okay. And Revati Nakshatra is ruled by the planet Mercury. Okay. And Mercury in your chart rules your third house with the Gemini sign and it rules your sixth house with the Virgo sign. So some things will also happen related to your third house and your sixth house as well. So I will explain you each and everything in detail. Okay. So first I'll start our discussion from 10th Lord transiting to 12th house for you. Okay. See, so first understand what does 10th house represent. See, 10th house represents your career, your work area, social status, your status at your work area, and it also represents how much successful you are currently in this lifetime. Okay. So basically, 10th house theme is about your career or your work area. Okay. Now it's going in the 12th house. So what does 12th house represent? See, 12th house represents foreign lands, moksha, asylum, jails, ashrams, monasteries, spiritual places, spiritual sanctuaries at the same time. 12th house also represents things which are done behind the scenes, behind the curtains, laboratories, PhD scientists, these kind of things. Okay. 12th house also represents losses as well. It also represents bad pleasures and other things also like space, aerospace. It also represents secrets. Okay. Foreign travels. We also see from the 12th house. Spirituality, meditation also we see from the 12th house. Now, your 10th lord is going in the 12th house in the Revati Nakshatra. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that through the 10th house significations, you will achieve the 12th house things, first of all. So it's a very, very good transit for those people who are waiting for their visa approval for the work, actually, because 10th house represents your career, your work, going in the 12th house of foreign. So for many ascendant people, were waiting for their visa to get approved. Now it will get approved in this duration between 17th of May till 9th of October this year. Okay. And why it was not getting approved? See, Saturn was in the 12th house since last year. It came in the 12th house in the sign of Pisces on 29th March 2025. But why things were not happening till now? Because Revati Nakshatra is very good nakshatra to make the work happen actually. Okay. So now the work will happen. Whatever you were planning to do. Till now it was like you were doing things, you were planning to do things, but now the execution will happen in this duration. You will see definitely. For many of you already, your paperwork has already started, or like you have already got approval. So things will happen in this duration from 17th of May till 9th of October. So your visa approval will become very smooth because Saturn is in Revati Nakshatra currently. If you are already in foreign country and you are looking to get a new job in a foreign company, then it will become very good for you, very good time for you to get a new job also. 10th lord is going in the 12th house for you. It also shows that if your dasha is very bad, then you can lose your job as well suddenly. Okay. Uh, it's not confirmed, but yeah, it can happen. Suddenly you can lose your job as well because 12th house also represents losses and 10th house represents your career. So 10th, or I mean, your work or career is going in the house of losses. So it may be for few months happening for you, but it can happen if your dasha is very bad. Okay. Uh, Also for those people who wanted to go to any hospital for any like treatment or surgery, it can happen during this time because 10th house represents your karma, your work, any kind of work it can be. Because if you have to go through some surgery or treatment, then it is also a karma which you have to perform, right? So if you're waiting to go through some surgery or treatment, that's a perfect time for you from 17th of May till 9th of October. Now, this surgery or treatment can be of yours or any of your family members as well. Okay. Because Saturn also represents old people, old family members like your mother, father, your grandparents, maybe. So it can happen with these people also. But it will happen through you only because it's your 10th Lord. So it's your karma. The karma is assigned to you that you will have to be there with them. Okay. So yeah, it's a good transit. Regarding foreign hospitals, if you wanted to visit any kind of meditation centers, yoga, occult practices, then also you will get the chance to visit those ashrams or to join those classes of meditation or yoga or these kind of things. If you want to start working in any kind of like a secretive work, like maybe space, aerospace kind of work, defense sector, uh, organizations which are not open to each and everyone, you will get the opportunity to work over there as well. And since all these things are happening in the Revati Nakshatra, then now the speed will become very smooth, very high for you. Okay. Also, as I mentioned that because Revati is ruled by the sign Mercury, like Gemini sign and Virgo sign, so third house and sixth house will also play its role in this Saturn transit. Okay. So third house represents your efforts, your willpower, your courage, and sixth house represents basically your career, your job, and your health situation as well. If you are having any issues regarding your health, those things will be solved for you. If you are having any loans over you, you will be able to pay back the amount of loan as well. But since Mercury rules third house and sixth house going in the 12th, I mean Saturn going in the 12th in Revati, so it shows that through your own efforts, through your willpower, through your determination, through your courage, you will be able to get a new job or switch to a new different job. Or if you are having any issues in getting any loans, you will be able to approve the loan. Or if you are having any issues in paying back the amount of loan, you will be able to pay back the amount of loan as well. Also, if there are any politics happening against you at your work area, any office politics, you will be able to overcome that also. But these things will happen far away from your birthplace or in a foreign country, mostly. Okay. Also, third house represents entrepreneurship as well. So let's say you wanted to start something of your own company, your own startup. It's a good transit, but you will have to struggle a bit because Mercury also rules your sixth house, and Saturn currently is in Revati Nakshatra. So definitely some struggles will be there, but you can do that if your dasha is supportive and if your chart is supportive of business combinations also. So I'll say 10th Lord is going in the 12th house. It's a good transit in Revati Nakshatra. Now, if we talk about 11th Lord transit in the 12th house for you, so what does 11th house represent? See, 11th house represents your wishes, your desires, your wish fulfillment in this lifetime. It represents your friend circle, your network circle, your professional network circle in this lifetime. 11th house represents your easy money, easy income, your easy profits in this lifetime, the money or income for which you have not worked very hard, or, or the money which for which you have not worked for a very longer duration of time. These are the things represented by the 11th house. Also, 11th house represents larger group circles, okay? Socializing with the people, multinational companies, working with the multinational companies at the same time in a big group setting, actually. Also, 11th house is the number one most materialistic house in all the 12 houses. It represents all kind of your desires, okay? Also, 11th house represents your name and fame and reputation in the society as well. Like many people who work on social media and they have very good number of followers, very good number of views, like in millions, okay? They must be having some connection with the 11th house. Otherwise, without the support of the 11th house, massive fame is not possible. It is not possible at any cost. Okay. Now, 11th Lord is going in the 12th house for you. So, what does it mean? It means that through the 11th house significations, you will achieve the 12th house things eventually. So, 11th Lord is going in the 12th house. It's not a very good transit because the 11th house represents your money, your income, your profits going in the 12th house. So, either you will have to spend a lot of money in a foreign place, first of all. Okay, or you can lose your money as well in form of investments if your dasha is very bad because 12th house also represents losses, right? 11th house represents your investment, so it you can lose also. But if your dasha is bad, then you can transfer your money from one country to another country. Like you have money in one company's bank account, one country's bank account, and you are transferring it to now another country's bank account. So yeah, that transaction is quite possible here. But yeah, one thing is good here because 11th house represents the wishes going in the 12th house of foreign. So if you are having any wishes related to your 12th house. I mean, foreign, to go to foreign, visa approval, or getting job in foreign. Those wishes can get fulfilled. Similarly, if you're wishing to go towards meditation centers, yoga centers, or occult practices, tantric practices, you will get the chance to do so. Because this 11th Lord Saturn is transiting in the Revati Nakshatra. Definitely it will make it very easy for you. Okay. So these things can happen. 11th house also represents your friend circle. So some of your friends can get the opportunity to go in a foreign place, faraway place, or you can lose your friend suddenly. It can happen due to one or another reason actually. Because 12th house also represents losses of friends also. Okay. 11th lord is going in the 12th house. It shows that you can become highly interested regarding space, aerospace, astrology, other worldly sciences at the same time. Okay. Uh, Also, if you're wishing to go through any kind of surgery or medical treatment, these things will also happen. Because 11th house is ultimately a wishes, right? So those wishes are getting fulfilled related to the 12th house. So hospitalization related issues can happen, or like surgery you can go through. Okay. But all these things will require your own efforts because 11th lord is in Revati Nakshatra, and Revati Nakshatra is ruled by Mercury, which is your third lord and sixth lord. So third house requires your efforts, your patience, your determination, your willpower, and sixth house represents consistent efforts, struggles, and overcoming any kind of adversities in your life. Okay. So I'll say 11th lord is going in the 12th house is a okay transit, not a very good, not a very bad transit at the same time. Okay. But for Aries ascendant people, I'll say a lot of things will happen regarding foreign or far away from your birthplace, or regarding your health. Many things will happen. Okay. Or it can be happening like you are retiring at this time in your life. So yeah, many things can happen depending on the Dasha and Antardasha and your overall chart. All right. So for Aries ascendant people, I'll say it's a good transit overall. All right. And if you have any questions regarding your career or your marriage, or if you are going through any kind of difficulty in your life, then you can book a consultation with me. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp number and I will do the consultation for you. Also, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and keep learning astrology for free. Thank you. Next, for Taurus Ascendant people, for Taurus Ascendant, from 17th of May 2026 till 9th of October 2026, Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your 11th house, actually, which is here. And in your case, Saturn rules your 9th house with the Capricorn sign, and it rules your 10th house with the Aquarius sign. Okay. So ninth lord will transit in the 11th house for you. So your ninth lord is going in the 11th house for you in the Revati Nakshatra. And your 10th lord will transit in the 11th house for you. And your 10th lord is transiting the 11th house for you in the Revati Nakshatra. One more important information is that Revati Nakshatra in your ascendant, in your chart, is ruled by planet Mercury. Okay. And in your chart, Mercury rules your second house with the Gemini sign, and it rules the fifth house with the Virgo sign. So this transit will also see some effects related to the second house and fifth house in your chart from 17th of May till 9th of October. So I will explain you all the things in detail, okay? Don't worry. So first we will start our discussion from 9th lord transiting the 11th house for you. Okay. See, what is different in this nakshatra of Saturn transiting? Because Saturn was already transiting the Revati nakshatra. Sorry, Saturn was already transiting in the sign of Pisces since last year, March 29th March 2025. But now from 17th of May, Saturn has started transiting in the Revati Nakshatra. So it shows that it will make the process easy of whatever things you are trying to do related to the 11th house significations, because it is transiting in your 11th house now. So now all these things will start flowing because it will start happening. All the planning which you were doing, all the work which you was doing, all those things will start happening now, actually. So that's the significance of the Revati Nakshatra transit of Saturn in your 11th house. Okay. So if we discuss ninth or transiting the 11th house for you. So first try to understand what does ninth house represent. See, ninth house represents your luck, your destiny, your bhagya. It represents your gurus, your teachers, your father, your fatherly figure, your support system in this lifetime. It also represents your ego, your backbone, and your thigh area, the body part. Okay. Ninth house also represents all kind of higher education like master's degrees, MBA, PhDs, MS, MTech. Okay. Ninth house is responsible for giving you long distance travels, maybe in your own home country or maybe in some other countries like foreign travels as well. Also, ninth house is the house of religion. Okay. All kind of religion in this world we check from the ninth house. And ninth house is responsible for giving you religious journeys as well. Like many people go on spiritual journeys, religious journeys, okay? They go on pilgrimages. So ninth house is responsible for that kind of journey. Also, ninth house represents your ethics, how much you follow law, rules, and regulations. You can check in anyone's birth chart. If their ninth house is not good, like they have a lot of malefic planets like Rahu, Saturn, Mars in the ninth house, they will have a very hard time following the rules and regulations. Okay, they will have a lot of ego issues with the authority, with your father, with the superiors, with the teachers as well. On the contrary, if they have benefic planets in the ninth house, then they have no ego issues. They are very law-abiding people. They follow law, rules, and regulations. Okay, you can check in your chart or in anyone's chart whom you know. It will work like that. Okay. Ninth house also represents your luck, how easy your life is to get anything, whether you have to do a lot more hard work for the same kind of thing which other people are getting in a very low amount of hard work, actually. Okay. Uh, yeah, ninth house also represents publishing kind of work, like publishing videos on YouTube, publishing posts on Instagram, or publishing articles in newspaper, magazines. Okay, so ninth house represents publishing kind of work, teaching, counseling, advising kind of work as well. That's why we see gurus from here because they teach people, they guide people, they counsel people, right? Now your ninth lord is going in the 11th house for you. So what does 11th house represent? See, 11th house represents your wishes, your desires, or wish fulfillment in this lifetime. It represents your friend circle, your network circle, your professional network circle in this lifetime. 11th house also represents your name and fame, your reputation in the society as well. See, 11th house is the number one most materialistic house in all the 12 houses actually. Okay. And 11th house will give you easy money, easy profits, definitely easy income. But there's a catch. See, both second house and 11th house represents money, right? But when you have planets in the 11th house and you are getting money, then you will show off that amount of money as well. That's the basic difference between second and 11th house. Because if you have planets in your birth chart in the second house, then you might be having a lot of money, but you will not try to show off that money. On the contrary, if you have a lot of planets or even a single planet in your 11th house in the birth chart, then whatever money you will be getting, it will be known to the public actually. Because 11th house also represents your name and fame, right? So it will give you fame actually regarding that money as well. So you cannot hide your money if you have planets in the 11th house also. Okay. Now your ninth lord is going in the 11th house for you. So what that means that through the ninth house significations, you will achieve the 11th house things eventually. So it's a very very good transit happening for you because ninth lord is going in the 11th house, that too in the Revati Nakshatra. So it definitely shows whatever money you were supposed to get, you will get it in this transit actually. Okay. If you were supposed to get a lot of money through your father, you will get it. If you were supposed to get a lot of money via your higher education, or you were supposed to get any job or something like that, you will get that money actually. If you do some investments in the stock market, you are going to get a lot of good money from there, a lot of profits from there. Okay. Also, through your luck, you will see that, or through the foreign connections, your friend circle will increase a lot and they will tell you many opportunities actually. So, through them, you are getting benefits over here actually. Okay. Also, it shows that if you are involved in any kind of work which involves a lot of foreign travels, long distance journeys, tour and travel businesses, or any business or work related to the foreign clients, foreign people, long distance journeys involved, then you are going to get a lot of money from over there as well. If you work in social media, if you work in, let's say, magazine, or you publish anything, maybe in the magazines or on the social media platforms, your name and fame will increase a lot, and you'll be minting a lot of money as well. And all of these things will become very significant. Now you'll be able to see the result actually. Okay. And definitely when Jupiter will transit in the sign of Cancer from 2nd of June, these results will become significant. Like you will see from 2nd of June onwards that these things happening right in front of you. Okay. And also your friend circle, your group circle will increase a lot. Okay. You are going to have a lot of friends. Okay. You will become very social kind of person in this transit, you will see. So it's a good transit, I will say. Ninth Lord is going in the 11th house. Now, if we talk about 10th Lord going in the 11th house for you. Also, one more thing. See, when ninth Lord is going in the 11th house, then it's going in the Revati Nakshatra. And Revati is ruled by Mercury, planet Mercury, which rules the second and fifth house. So, second house involvement will also be there in the 11th house, and fifth lord involvement should also be there in the 11th house. So, it shows that either your family will support you a lot financially. Through the family, a lot of your wishes can get fulfilled over here. Okay. Let's say you wanted to get married, then marriage can happen. If you are already married and you were expecting a child or you wanted to conceive, then these things can happen related to the childbirth or conceiving can happen. Or maybe in general, if you are expecting a good wealth in your family or from your family, it's a good transit. Okay. Also, second house represents your face value. So your face value can increase if you work in like social media or these kind of things. It's very, very good for you. Also, fifth house is involved here, right, with the Virgo sign. So fifth lord in the 11th, or definitely show through your education, you can earn a lot of money. So you can maybe get a new job. You can switch your job in which your package is quite high here. Or fifth lord also represents your marriage also. So if you are having any affair or if you wanted to get married, then also it's a very, very good transit for you. Also, it shows through your partner you can get a lot of money. Uh, or your partner can fulfill a lot of your wishes actually. Also, fifth house represents speculation kind of work like stock market, gambling industry, lottery industry, or social media as well. So if you work in any kind of speculation industry, then you can make a lot of money from there and you can become quite famous over there as well. So eventually, I will say it's a very, very good transit, nakshatra wise also. Okay. Now, if we talk about 10th Lord transiting the 11th house for you, so what does 10th house represent? See, 10th house represents your career, your work area, social status, your status at your work area, and it also represents how much successful you are currently in this lifetime. Okay. 10th house also represents your public image and the body parts, it represents your knee area and your legs. Okay. Now, 10th Lord is going in the 11th house for you. So what does it mean? It means that through the 10th house significations, you achieve the 11th house things eventually. So again, it's a fantastic transit because your 10th Lord is going in the 11th house. So it shows clearly that through your career, your name and fame will increase actually. Okay. So definitely how it can happen. Either you get a promotion, so your name and fame will increase, or you get a new job, you switch to a new job so that your name and fame will increase, your money will increase because 11th house also represents your money, your income, right? Let's say you work in social media, you are in media industry, then through your career, through your work, your name and fame, your money will increase in the 11th house. Uh, 10th Lord is going in the 11th house also shows that you can get connected with a lot of people during this transit due to your work. Because 10th Lord is going in the house of masses because 11th house represents masses. So your work will be seen by a lot of people, maybe on social media, maybe in the company in which you work. You will be working with a very large number of people, with a very large team actually. So it's a good transit for you, I will say. And it can also happen that you're planning to switch your job and you can get multiple job offers instead of just only one. You can get more than one job offers as well. It can happen that. Okay. So I'll say it's a fantastic transit. Okay. If we consider like Revati Nakshatra also, so it will ease in the process of switching jobs, getting new jobs, or giving you good name and fame and reputation to society as well. Revati Nakshatra is ruled by Mercury, which is ruling your second house and fifth house. So it shows that either a family can support you, uh, like in your work area, or maybe it can happen that you were having a family business and now you wanted to join that with the help of a family, with the consent of the family, you will be able to join the family business. Or you, let's say you wanted to start your own business and your family will support you financially over here as well. It shows that, okay, or due to your face value, using your face value, you will have a very good status, name and fame at your work area. It shows that. Okay. Fifth lord going in the 11th house, being the 10th lord as well. So it shows that using your mind, using your intelligence, you will be able to perform very well at the work area, and due to that, you will get good name and fame, recognition at the work area as well. Same thing like I told you previously also for 9th Lord in the 11th that if you work in any kind of stock market, speculation industry, lottery industry, then also it's a very, very good time to switch jobs as well or to perform extraordinary at your work area. So it shows that many good things are going to happen with you regarding your career, regarding your work area, and regarding foreign also. Okay, regarding your luck, regarding your bosses will be very happy with you because 9th Lord is in the 11th. Na? So your bosses will favor you a lot, and you will get very good support from the superiors as well. Actually, so for Taurus ascendant people, I'll say overall it's a very, very good transit for you. All right. And if you have any questions regarding your career or your marriage, or if you are going through any kind of difficulty in your life, then you can book a consultation with me. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp number and I will do the consultation for you. Also, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and keep learning astrology for free. Thank you. Next, for Gemini Ascendant people, for Gemini Ascendant from 17th of May 2026 till 9th of October 2026, Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your 10th house, actually, which is here. In your case, Saturn rules your 8th house with the Capricorn sign, rules your 9th house with the Aquarius sign. Okay. So your 8th Lord will transit in the 10th house for you. So your 8th Lord is transiting the 10th house for you, which is here. And your 9th Lord will transit in the 10th house for you. And your 9th Lord is transiting the 10th house for you, which is here. Okay. See, Saturn was already transiting in the sign of Pisces since 29th of March 2025 last year. I repeat, 29th of March 2025 last year. Okay. But you might not be getting very good results related to your related to your 10th house because it is transferring your 10th house, right? So for the 10th house significations, you might not be getting very good results till now. But since it is now transferring the Revati Nakshatra from 17th of May, now you will be able to get the very good results of the transit. Because when Saturn transits the Revati, it actually increases the process to give you good results or the results in general related to your 10th house here, actually. Okay. Also, Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury, and in your chart, Mercury rules your first house with the Gemini sign and rules fourth house with the Virgo sign. So, also both these houses, first house and fourth house, will also play the role uh, in this transit in your 10th house. So, I will explain you all the things in detail. Okay. First, I will start our discussion from 8th Lord transiting the 10th house for you. So, first, try to understand what does 8th house represents. The 8th house represents death, rebirth, transformation, death like suffering, pain, traumas, hidden things, buried things, underground things, things which are not available to public easily in this lifetime. Okay. It also represents occult practices, tantric practices, secretive practices. At the same time, it represents other people money, public money. It represents your in-laws, your spouse family as well. It also represents scams, illegal illegal businesses also, any illegal work which see from the 8th house. It also represents underworld mafia dons as well. Now, 8th Lord is going in the 10th house for you. So, what does 10th house represent? The 10th house represents your career, your work area, social status, your status at your work area. It also represents how much successful you are currently in this lifetime. In the body parts, 10th house represents your knee area and your legs. Okay. Now, your 8th Lord is going in the 10th house for you. So, what that mean? It means that through the 8th house significations, or after dealing with the 8th house things, you will get the 10th house things eventually. So definitely some changes in your career can happen over here. Chances are quite high if your dasha is supportive. So if you are related to any kind of research related career in which you have to do a lot of research from time to time, it's a good transit for you. You can get a new job, or if you're planning to switch your job, then you'll be able to switch your job as well. 8th Lord in the 10th house also shows that if you want to do something related to the occult practices, tantric practices, maybe astrology, okay, tantra, or any kind of work which involves the 8th house things, you can do that. This transit will support you. Okay. If you wanted to make some very big changes in your work area, in your career, you can do that because 8th house represents transformation, big changes. Okay. And these are sometimes very sudden also because 8th house represents sudden events going in the 10th house of your career. So definitely it shows some sudden changes can be there in your career. Maybe let's say you were doing job before, now you want to do business. So this transit will support you. Obviously, for that, we have to check your birth chart, your dasha, antardasha. But I'm talking in general that yes, some big transformation at your work area can happen. Now, it can be good, it can be bad, depends on Dasha and Antardasha. Okay. Eighth Lord is going in the 10th house, also shows that uh, some illegal things can come out at your work area, or some issues at your work area can come out in the public. Okay. Eighth Lord coming in the 10th house also shows that some issues can happen at your work area, because eighth house also represents issues, okay, which happen suddenly coming in the 10th house of your work area. Now, it shows that you are not doing anything, but these things are coming automatically towards your work area, actually. So it can also happen if your dasha is very bad. Also, if you wanted to do something with your in-laws, with your spouse family, it's a good transit, because eighth house represents spouse family coming in the 10th house of your work area. So definitely it can support you. Also, I told you that because Saturn is transiting the Revati Nakshatra and it is ruled by Mercury, so first house and fourth house will also play its role. So if we connect like first lord getting connected with the 10th house and fourth lord getting connected with the 10th house, shows that now your whole life will be focused towards the career, towards the work area, and how to make some changes, or how to improve your public image, how to improve your work. Fourth thought connected with the 10th house shows that you might be working from home a lot, or you are searching for a job from past many months, but you are not getting any job. But in this transit, you will be having opportunities, especially when Jupiter will transit in the sign of Cancer from 2nd of June onwards. You will see the very good results happening with you, because then Jupiter will be transiting in your second house in the sign of Cancer. So definitely you will be getting money in that transit if you're the supportive. Also, first lord and fourth lord getting it connected with the 10th house shows that your family will support your growth at your career, and your whole focus and even your family's focus will be on the career as well. Let's say you are already doing job, okay, but you will be mostly doing job, or you will be working mostly from your home, because fourth house is getting connected with your 10th house, and fourth house represents your home, your living area. And 10th house represents your career, your work area. So both of them are getting connected. Definitely it shows working from home most of the time. It's a good transit in that sense. Okay. Now we talk about ninth lord transit in the 10th house for you. So what does ninth house represent? See, ninth house represents your luck, your destiny, your bhagya. It represents your gurus, your teachers, your father, your fatherly figure support system in this lifetime. Ninth house also represents your backbone, the body part, your thigh area, and your legs as well. Ninth house represents your ego, like how much egoistic a person is. It also represents your ethical values, how much you follow rules and regulations or not. Actually, you can check in anyone's birth chart if they have. I'm talking about the birth chart, not the transit. If they have malefic planet in the ninth house, like Rahu, Mars, Saturn in the ninth, they will have a very hard time following rules and regulations, and they will have very hard time in dealing with the authorities, with their bosses, superiors, with their father, with their gurus, with their teachers. Actually, on the contrary, if you find someone who is having empty ninth house or having benefic planet in the ninth house, you will see that they will follow all rules and regulations, and they will never fight with their bosses, their superiors, or their father. They will have very good time with them actually. Okay. Also, they will have not very high ego. The people who have benefic planet in the ninth house. On the contrary, if the person is having malefic in the ninth house, they have very high ego actually. Okay. So I was just telling you the combinations. Okay, ninth house also represents higher educational degrees like master's degrees, PhDs, MS, MBA, MTech, these kind of degrees. Okay. Also, ninth house is responsible for giving you a lot of foreign travels, like frequent traveling to the foreigns. We see from the ninth house. Also, ninth house represents all kind of religious journeys, spiritual journeys, religious pilgrimages. Like many people go on pilgrimages, like right, maybe in their own home country, or maybe to even foreign countries as well sometimes. Also, ninth house represents all kind of religions in this world. Okay, ninth house is responsible for giving the work related to the publishing industry, like publishing videos on YouTube, publishing articles on Instagram, publishing posts on Instagram, publishing anything in newspaper, magazine, something like that. Okay. Also, ninth house represents any kind of work which involves teaching, counseling, advising, guiding. That's why ninth house represents your gurus, right? Because ninth house, because gurus do counseling, advising, teaching. They show the path to the people, right? So ninth house is responsible for it. Now your ninth lord is going in the 10th house for you. So what that means that through the ninth house significations, you reach to the 10th house things eventually. So it's again a very, very good transit because it shows that through your luck, your career will improve. Ninth lord represents your luck going in the 10th house. So it shows that your luck will improve. Sorry, your career will improve by the use of your luck. Okay, or your destiny will take you towards the right direction because ninth house also represents your destiny going in the 10th house. So destiny will take you in the right direction. So you will put the efforts in the correct direction only now. So it's a good transit. Also, ninth house represents your gurus, your teachers, your father. So these people can also support you if you are facing some issues at your work area. Ninth house also represents higher education. So if you are doing higher education or if you have already done higher education, then it's a good transit to make some changes at your work area by using that higher educational degrees actually. Okay. Uh, Also, ninth house represents foreign people, foreigners, different culture people. So they can also help you at your work area. So chances are quite high that you can get a job in a foreign country, or maybe you can get a job in your own home country, but mostly you'll be working with foreigners. Okay. If you want to start any work related to the publishing industry, publish videos on YouTube, publish Instagram posts, become active on social media, it's a good transit for you, ninth lord in the 10th house. If you want to start guiding, teaching, counseling, advising people, it's a very, very good transit for you. You can do that. You can start that kind of work as well. Uh, so overall, I'll say it's a good transit. But since ninth lord is going the 10th house in the Revati Nakshatra, and Revati is ruled by first house and fourth house, it also shows that you will be doing all these efforts from the comfort of your home or wherever you are living. From your living place, mostly you will be putting all the efforts. Okay. And also, first lord is getting connected with the ninth house, then 10th house shows that you yourself are also very focused for foreign clients, for working with foreigners, multinational companies, or maybe you are focused to do a lot of travel in your work area. Okay. Or you want to learn a lot of things as well because ninth house also represents learning, like higher learning, right? So maybe you yourself are highly motivated to learn a lot of things through which you can make changes at your workplace, at your career area. Maybe for getting a new job, you are developing a new skill. So it's a good transit. Okay. Maybe you want to start publishing something, maybe on YouTube, maybe on Instagram, maybe on social media, something like that. But mostly these things you will be doing from the comfort of your home. So I'll say it's a good transit overall to make some very good changes at your work area. All right. So I'll say for Gemini and people, it's a good transit overall. All right. And if you have any questions regarding your career or your marriage, or if you're going through any kind of difficulty in your life, then you can book a consultation with me. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp number and I'll do the consultation for you. Also, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and keep learning and study for free. Thank you. Next, for Cancer Ascendant people, for Cancer Ascendant from 17th of May 2026 till 9th of October 2026, Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your 9th house, actually, which is here. And in your case, Saturn rules your 7th house with the Capricorn sign and it rules your 8th house with the Aquarius sign. Okay. So 7th lord will transit in the 9th house for you. So your 7th lord is transiting the 9th house for you, which is here. And your 8th lord will transit in the 9th house for you. And your 8th lord is transiting in the 9th house for you, which is here. But Saturn is transiting in the sign of Pisces since last year. I mean, from 29th of March 2025. I repeat, from 29th of March 2025, Saturn is transiting in your 9th house in the sign of Pisces. But now it has entered on 17th of May in the Revati Nakshatra. So what is the difference now? Actually, uh, for you people, for Cancer Ascendant people, many of the things would have stuck till now for you, actually. But now things will start happening. Because Revati Nakshatra will make the actions or the things happening very easily in your life, actually. So now it's like a green flag for you regarding your ninth house. Okay. I will explain you all the things in detail, don't worry. So whatever things you were trying to do regarding your ninth house, you will be able to do that. Okay. And one more thing also, I will explain these 2 points. But before that, I just want to mention that Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury. Okay. And in your chart, for your ascendant, Cancer ascendant people, Mercury rules your 12th house with the Gemini sign and it rules your third house with the Virgo sign. Okay. So 12th house and third house will also play its part in your ninth house transit. Okay. I will explain all the things in detail to you. So first I'll start our discussion from seventh lord transiting the ninth house for you. So first try to understand what the seventh house represents. The seventh house represents your business partnerships, your business partners. It represents your marriage, your life partner, and your partnerships in general in this lifetime. Okay. Seventh house also represents your public image, how good or bad you are in dealing with the public in general, actually. Okay. Now, your seventh lord is going in the ninth house in the Revati Nakshatra. So, what does ninth house represent? The ninth house represents your luck, your destiny, your bhagya. It represents your gurus, your teachers, your fatherly figure support system in this lifetime. It represents your backbone and your thigh area and the body parts. It represents your ego. Ninth house is responsible for giving you any kind of higher education like master degrees, MBA, PhDs, MTech, MS. Okay. Ninth house represents all kind of different regions in this world. Okay. Uh, Also, ninth house is responsible for giving you a lot of foreign journeys, frequent foreign travels as well. I mean, the ninth house represents long distance journeys. Now, it can be in your own country or it can be foreign countries as well. Also, ninth house represents all kind of religious journeys, spiritual journeys, journeys to the holy places, holy temples, sacred rivers. We see it from the ninth house. Also, ninth house represents your ethics, your behavior towards law. How do you want to follow law or rules or not? Okay. You can check in anyone's house if they have malefic planet in their ninth house. They are very arrogant. They are very stubborn. They cannot follow rules and regulations for so long. On the other hand, if someone is having like benefic planets in the ninth house, then they are very law-abiding people. They like to follow rules and regulations, and they never have any issues with their superiors, with their bosses, also with their fathers. Also, on the contrary, if you will find anyone having very malefic planets in the ninth house, they will be having issues with their bosses, with their superiors, with their father, with the authority figures at the same time. Also, ninth house represents publishing kind of work like publishing videos on YouTube, publishing Instagram posts, publishing articles in the magazines, newspapers, etc. Okay. Any kind of work which involves uh, different ethical background people, different cultures, we see it from the ninth house. Now, seventh lord is going in the ninth house for you in the Revati Nakshatra. So, what that means? It means that through the seventh house significations, you reach the ninth house things eventually. So, it shows that you can start a relationship. First of all, over here, if your dasha is supportive, then your relationship can start. Uh, uh, but that relationship will start with a person who is far away from your birthplace. Now, that person can be of your own country as well, or that person can be from a foreign country as well. It depends on the combinations in your birth chart. Okay, but definitely because Saturn is your seventh lord going in the ninth house, definitely relationship can be there. If you want to get married, it's a good transit for you if your dasha is supportive. Or for those people who are not looking to get married or not looking for a relationship, then you can start your own business and it will support you a lot. Like maybe you were trying to establish your business till now, but it was not happening. But since seventh lord going in the ninth house, it will give you green flag to start your business. And on the top of it, it is happening in the Revati Nakshatra. Your seventh lord is in the Revati Nakshatra in the ninth house. So it will give you totally green flag that yes, go ahead and you can establish your business. And these kind of effects you will see definitely proactively, predominantly since from 2nd of June. When Jupiter will transit in your first house in the sign of Cancer from 2nd of June 2026, in just 2 weeks, you will see the results happening. Okay. Seventh Lord going in the ninth house also shows that if you want to start any business related to publishing videos, publishing articles, okay, you can do that. It will prosper a lot. You can, if you want to start any coaching institute, if you want to guide people, teach people, advise people, counsel people, if you want to become a teacher or guru or professor, it's a very, very good transit for you. Uh, so yeah, definitely very good transit. I will say seventh Lord going in the ninth house. Also, as I mentioned that it is going in the Revati Nakshatra and Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury. In your chart, Mercury rules your 12th house and your third house. So it shows that since 12th house is getting connected with your ninth house, and your third house is getting connected with the ninth house. So it shows that if you wanted to do something related to the 12th house, like maybe astrology, space, aerospace, it's a good time. You will get success in it. Maybe you wanted to travel a lot to foreign places, because 12th house represents foreign also. Ninth house represents long distance journeys, long distance travels. So these journeys can happen now, actually, but it will happen using your seventh lord, either through your spouse, either through your business, either through your marriage. Okay. Also, if you want to do publish anything related to the 12th house, like space, aerospace, otherworldly things, astrology, occult, it's a good transit. Okay. If we talk about third house is getting connected to the ninth house, so same. If you wanted to go to foreign, so you will have to put your own efforts, your willpower, your courage here, actually, to do that. Okay. In the similar way, if you wanted to publish anything on social media, on YouTube, you will have to do a lot of communication for that, right? Because third house represents communication. So via communication, via your own efforts, via your own skills, you will be able to publish things as well. If you wanted to guide people, teach people, advise people, counsel people, you will be able to do that through your own efforts, through your own skills, through your own knowledge. So it's a very good transit. Okay. Now, if we talk about eighth house transiting and ninth house for you, so what does eighth house represent? See, eighth house represents death, rebirth, transformation, death like suffering, pain, traumas, hidden things, buried things, underground things, things which are not available to public easily in this lifetime. Eighth house also represents occult practices, tantric practices, secretive practices as well. It represents sudden events, okay, which we cannot explain logically to people. These kind of events we check from the eighth house. It represents inheritance as well. Eighth house also represents your in-laws, your spouse, family at the same time. Eighth house represents unearned wealth for which you have not worked hard. Eighth house represents other people money, because the seventh house is the public, and it is second to the seventh house, eighth house. So it is the public money as well. Like many people launch IPO and they get the public money in the funding, right? So that kind of money we see from the eighth house. Now your eighth lord is going in the ninth house for you. So what does it mean? It means that through the eighth house significations, you will achieve the ninth house things eventually. So definitely some major transformation is seen in your ninth house area. Like suddenly your luck will start supporting you. Suddenly your destiny will rise, actually. Because as I mentioned, that eighth house represents sudden events, right? Going in the ninth house. So definitely it shows some sudden change in your career, especially in your luck, in your destiny will be seen if your dasha is supportive. Let's say you were trying to go to foreign before, but you were not getting your visa approved, or paperwork was not complete, or you were not getting proper opportunities before 17th of May. But after 17th of May, you will see that you will get a lot of opportunities to go to foreign if your dasha is supportive, and all the visa approval and paperwork will happen at the same time in a very smooth manner. So it's a good transit. In the similar way, if you were trying to publish anything on Instagram, social media, maybe in the magazine, you want to publish any book, but it was not happening due to one or another reason. Now it's the time that things will start happening and processing for you. Very, very good transit. If you wanted to publish anything related to the eighth house in the ninth house, so it's a good transit. You should go for occult studies, uh, tantra, meditation, astrology, maybe. It's a good transit. Okay. If you want to teach people anything, it's a good transit. Uh, Suddenly you will have a lot of support of your luck, actually. Okay. And at the same time, eighth lord is going in the ninth house in the Revati Nakshatra, and Revati is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules your 12th house and your third house. So same, these things will happen, but it will have a flavor of the 12th house and third house for you. So definitely, 12th house represents foreign, so foreign things will happen, or occult subjects will happen in your case, mystical things, astrology, aerospace, space, these kind of maybe PhD, research scientist, you want to go, research positions. It's a good transit for you. Third house represents communication, your willpower, your courage. Okay, using your skills, you can publish anything here, actually. But it will be very secretive, because both third house and 12th house are involved, and on the top of it, eighth lord is also getting involved here. So these are going to be very secretive in nature, but it will help you. It can help you if your dasha is supportive. If your dasha is not supportive, then things will be a bit challenging for you. But transit is supporting you. Okay. And especially you will see all these things happening from 2nd of June onwards, when Jupiter will transit in your first house. So I'll say it's a good transit. Okay, you should take as much benefit as you can of this transit, especially. One thing can happen that your ego can increase because Saturn is a malefic planet transiting in your ninth house. So yeah, your ego can increase a bit, and you should take good care of your backbone as well because eighth house also presents sudden disease as well going in the ninth house. So suddenly some problem can happen in your backbone, in your legs as well. So you should be very careful about it. Otherwise, the transit is quite good. All right. So for Cancer sign people, I will say overall it's a good transit for you. All right. And if you have any questions regarding your career or your marriage, or if you are going through any kind of difficulty in your life, then you can book a consultation with me. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp number and I will do the consultation for you. Also, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and keep running a study for free. Thank you. Next, for Leo Ascendant people, for Leo Ascendant from 17th of May 2026 till 9th of October 2026. Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your 8th house, actually, which is here. And in your case, Saturn rules your 6th house with the Capricorn sign, rules your 7th house with the Aquarius sign. Okay. So 6th lord will transit in the 8th house for you. So your 6th lord is going in the 8th house, which is here. And your 7th lord will transit in the 8th house for you. And your 7th lord is going in the 8th house, which is here. Okay. See, Saturn is transiting the Revati Nakshatra. Okay. But Saturn is already transiting in the sign of Pisces since last year, 29th of March 2025. I repeat, Saturn is transiting in the sign of Pisces in your 8th house since 29th of March 2025 last year. But it has come to Revati Nakshatra on 17th of May this year, 2026. So whatever things were pending till now, okay, or you were trying to do a lot of things related to the 8th house or the 6th lord in the 8th house or 7th lord in the 8th house, but those things were not happening in your case. So Saturn transit in Revati Nakshatra will speed up the process of those things which will happen in your life now. So things will become very smooth for you. Okay. So I will explain all the things for you. Don't worry. And just one more detail is there that Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury. Okay. Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury, and Mercury rules your 11th house with the Gemini sign, rules your second house with the Virgo sign. So 11th house and second house will also play its role in this transit. So I will explain all the things. Okay. So first we start our discussion from 6th lord transiting the 8th house for you. So what does 6th house represent? The 6th house represents your debt, disease, loans, enemies, secret enemies, okay, disputes, uh, any kind of illness you can have, treatment of those illnesses, jealousy, office politics, these kind of things. 6th house also represents your health industry, service industry, job industry as well. Okay. If you want to take loans, 6th house is responsible for taking loans as well. All kind of competitions we see from the 6th house. Okay. Any kind of competitive exams you want to clear, we see from the 6th house only. 6th house is this house. Okay. 6th lord is going in the 8th house for you. So what does 8th house represent? The 8th house represents death, rebirth, transformation, death like suffering, pain, traumas, hidden things, buried things, underground things, things which are not available to public easily in this lifetime. Okay. 8th house represents like meditation, yoga, occult practices, other people money, public money as well, your spouse, family, uh, secrets, uh, illegal things also we see from the 8th house. Any kind of psychological fear, any kind of fear we see from the 8th house. Okay. Any kind of sudden event which are not logical, which you cannot explain logically, we see from the 8th house. Okay. Now, the 6th lord is going in the 8th house for you. So, what does it mean? It means that's for the 6th house signification. So, after dealing with the 6th houses, you will achieve the 8th houses eventually. So, it's a very good transit happening for you because, see, it is creating a Vipreet Raj Yoga in your case, 6th lord in the 8th house. Because see, 6th house, 8th house, and 12th house are three Dushtana houses. And whenever any house lord exchange each other houses, it creates a Vipreet Raj Yoga. For example, 6th lord is going in the 12th house. It's a Vipreet Raj Yoga. Or 12th lord is coming in the 8th house. It's a Vipreet Raj Yoga. Also, if we say like 8th lord is going in the 6th house, it's a Vipreet Raj Yoga. So in your case, 6th lord is going in the 8th house. Okay, 6th lord in the 8th. So it is creating a Vipreet Raj Yoga. It means whatever issues you were facing related to the 6th house, now those will be solved for you. Okay. So 6th house, as I told, that it represents your job area, service. So if you are facing any issues in your job or at your work area, those will be resolved. If you are not having any job before, you can get any new job opportunity here. Sixth lord in the eighth house. Okay, so struggle for finding a job now is finally over. If you wanted to clear any kind of competitive exams, you will be able to clear that exam as well. Okay, results will be in your favor. If you are having any kind of legal disputes, okay, those legal disputes will finally be over in your favor, actually. So it's a very good transit. If there were any kind of enemies troubling you, those enemies will be clear from your life. Very good transit. If there were any kind of office politics happening at your work area, you will be free from that kind of scenario as well. Also, if you are having any health issues, okay, then you will get the cure of that disease as well. It's permanent treatment. Okay, because see, this is Saturn, your sixth lord, so it will give you permanent treatment of the disease also. If you are having any loan over you, you will be able to pay back that amount of loan as well. So it's a good transit. In general, sixth house represents struggles. Going in the eighth house, so it shows end of struggles in your life. Okay, so it's a good transit. Now it is happening in the eighth house in Revati Nakshatra. Okay, so 11th house, because Revati is ruled by planet Mercury, and Mercury rules your 11th house of the Gemini sign, rules your second house of the Virgo sign. So 11th house and second house will also play its role here. So it shows that your 11th house and second house will also become active here. Means that you'll be, your money making time will start now. So you will be making money from both 11th house and second house. Okay. And already in the 11th house, Jupiter is transiting. So definitely you will be earning good money here. Okay. And if you are having any money issues, those issues will be resolved for you. And mostly you'll be making money from the eighth house significations like insurance, taxes, handling other people money, or maybe occult astro, or maybe you can do some like a research based thing also, through which you can make money, research based jobs. Okay, so from these areas you are going to make a lot of money. So yeah, sixth lord in the 8th house and Revati Nakshatra is good transit eventually. If we talk about seventh lord going in the 8th house for you, so what does seventh house represent? See, seventh house represents your business partnerships, your business partners. It represents your marriage partner, your life partner, and your partnerships in general in this lifetime. Seventh house also represents your public dealing as well. Okay, and how good or bad your public image is. Now, seventh lord is going in the 8th house for you. So what that means? Means that through the seventh house significations, you'll achieve the 8th house things eventually. So it's not a very good transit. Seventh lord is in the 8th house because it shows endings of partnerships can happen. Let's say you are doing any business and you have a partner in that business. So some issues will happen and you and your partner will will separate. So your partnership will be dissolved. Okay. Same issues can happen with the couples as well. Let's say you are in a relationship with someone, then you can have breakup or something like that. Okay. Let's say you are married, then I will not say that you will get divorced, because for that we have to check your whole chart, if it's a divorce yoga or not. But some issues will be there in your relationship with the partner, with your life partner, with the marriage partner. Okay. Like some situations will be there, like in which some issues can happen. So it will not be very cordial relation, I will say. Seventh lord going in the 8th house, it shows that it's not a very good time to start a business, first of all. Okay. But if you want to start any business related to the 8th house, like occult, okay, medicines, uh, maybe yoga, meditation, these kind of things, then it can grow. Then it might grow. But seventh lord in the 8th house is not a very good transit to start a business or to start a relationship, I will say. Okay. So seventh lord in the eighth is not a very good transit, but sixth lord in the eighth is a very, very good transit for you. Okay. So for Leo sign people, I will say overall it's a good transit for you. And that to see, seventh lord going in the 8th house in Revati Nakshatra. Okay. So it is also using your 11th house and second house. So what can happen here is that some of your money can go due to the break in your partnerships. Okay? Because 11th house and second house both rules your money going associating with the 8th house. So being seventh lord in the eighth, so it's not a very good transit. So Due to the break in the partnership, some of your money can go away with your partner. Okay. So yeah, money wise, it's not a very good transit. So especially for the seventh lord, like for partnerships, you should not do any kind of partnerships in this time. Or I will also say you should not get married also in this time. You can get married when Saturn will be entering in your ninth house next year from approximately June 2027. Okay. That will be a good time, but till then you should not involve in these kind of scenarios. So for Leo sign people, I'll say overall it's a good transit, but just be careful about the partnerships part. All right. And if you have any questions regarding your career or your marriage, or if you are going through any kind of difficulty in life, then you can book a consultation with me. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp number and I'll do the consultation for you. Also, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and keep running a study for free. Thank you. Next, for Virgo ascendant people, for Virgo ascendant, from 17th of May 2026 till 9th of October 2026, Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your 7th house, actually, choose here. And in your case, Saturn rules the 5th house with the Capricorn sign and rules the 6th house with the Aquarius sign. Okay. So 5th lord will transit in the 7th house for you. So your 5th lord is going in the 7th house for you, choose here. And 6th lord will transit in the 7th house for you. And your 6th lord is also going in the 7th house for you, choose here. Okay. See, Saturn is already transiting in your 7th house in the sign of Pisces since last year. I mean, from 29th of March 2025. Okay. I repeat, Saturn is already in your 7th house transiting since last year, 29th of March 2025. But you might not be getting very good results till now of your 7th house because Saturn was not in the Revati Nakshatra before, but now it is in the Revati Nakshatra from 17th of May. So now things will start moving forward very fastly in a very smooth manner. Okay. So it's a good transit. Also, one more information is that Revati Nakshatra is ruled by Mercury, planet Mercury, and Mercury in your chart rules 10th house of the Gemini sign and rules your first house of the Virgo sign. So these two houses also play a role in your case, 10th house and first house as well. Okay. So I will explain all the things in detail. So first we'll start our discussion from 5th lord transiting the 7th house for you. So first try to understand what does 5th house represent. See, 5th house represents your mind, your intellect, your intelligence. It represents your children, your creativity, your children's education. It represents your own education as well. 5th house also represents any kind of speculative related businesses or work, like a speculation related, like a stock market, gambling industry, lottery industry, social media, movies industry as well. Because nothing is sure here. Anyone can make any amount of profits here, right? So that's why 5th house represents speculation kind of work. Also, 5th house represents mathematics, logical thinking, all kind of sports comes in the 5th house, whether indoor or outdoor sports. Your hobbies, your passions comes in the 5th house only. Also, love life, love affairs, we see from the 5th house only. Okay. Your education till your bachelor's degree, we check from the 5th house. Okay. Now, your 5th lord is going in the 7th house for you. So, what does 7th house represent? The 7th house represents your business partnerships, your business partners. It represents your marriage partner, your life partner, and your partnerships in general in this lifetime. So, now 5th lord is going in the 7th house for you. So, what does it mean? It means that through the 5th house significations, you reach the 7th house things eventually. So, it shows it's a very good transit if you wanted to get married, first of all. And it's a very good transit. 5th lord in the 7th house. And if your chart supports, okay, because for that particularly I have to check your chart if a love marriage combination is there or not, but transit is supporting love marriage, but I need to check your chart also for the confirmation part, but transit is supporting the love marriage because 5th house represents your love life, okay, going in the 7th house of marriage, so it shows conversion of a like your partner to the marriage side, so it's a good transit for that. Okay. Second thing is that let's say you are passionate about something, you had some ideas in your mind, you had some hobbies, and you wanted to convert that thing into a business, full-time business. So it's a good transit for that. You can use your mind, your intelligence, your hobbies, your passions to establish your own business. It's a good transit. Maybe you wanted to do something on social media because 5th house represents social media. Going in the 7th house of business shows that through social media you can start your own business. It's a good transit. Okay. 5th lord in the 7th house also shows that You can start your own business related to the speculation, like a stock market, gambling industry, lottery industry as well. Okay. So fifth lord in the seventh is a good transit. Also, if you wanted to do something related to the teaching part, okay, maybe teaching anything like mathematics, English, or anything, it's a good transit for you. Now, if we also one more thing, see, this fifth lord is going in the seventh house, which is Saturn, and Saturn is transiting the Revati Nakshatra. Okay, and Revati in your chart is ruled by planet Mercury, which rules 10,000 first house. So it also shows that your career will be established in this transit. Uh, Very high probability is there, and your life will also get direction. Okay, but these two things will happen either through the marriage or through the spouse or through the business only. Okay. So business chances are very high or your marriage chances are very high. So one thing will definitely happen, either your marriage will happen or either your business will start or you will flourish in the business. So one thing will definitely happen. And due to which your career will rise high, your status will rise high, and first house represents you yourself. So your name and fame will increase and your self-confidence will be very good. Okay. So that's how it will work. If we talk about sixth lord transit in the seventh house for you. So what does sixth house represent? See, sixth house represents debts, disease, enemies, litigation, court cases, secret enemies, secret disease at the same time. Sixth house also represents health industry, service industry, job industry as well. Okay. Basically, sixth house represents struggles of all kinds. Now, sixth lord is going in the seventh house for you. So what does it mean? It means that to the sixth house signification, so after dealing with the sixth house things, you will eventually achieve the seventh house things. So it's a okay transit because it shows some difficulties are coming towards the seventh house in your relationships, in your business. So because fifth lord is going the seventh, so it is promising the seventh house things. Okay, but sixth lord is also involved in the seventh, so it shows some struggles will also be there. Let's say you wanted to get married with the girl of your choice, let's say, okay, or the boy of your choice. So what will happen that your family can create some issues, okay, because sixth lord is involved, right? So some struggles can be there, some opposition can be there. So either your family can create issues or your partner family can create issues in that. Or let's say you wanted to start your own business, okay, but you will face a lot of hurdles in setting up the business, or you wanted to take some loan for that. So you can get the loan because sixth lord is coming in the seventh house. So sixth house represents loan coming in the seventh house of business. So definitely you can get a loan sanctioned for you for a business. But in the business also some struggles will be there. Competition will be quite high, or some struggles will be there. Let's say you are already married, okay. Then what can happen is that uh, some fights will be there between you and your spouse, or your spouse can have some disease also in this transit, okay, because sixth house also represents disease going in the seventh house. So either you can have some disease or your spouse can have some illness in this transit, for which you have to pay attention actually. Okay. But since fifth lord is going in the seventh house, so I'll say overall it will be a good transit for you for Virgos and people. All right. And also one more thing. Sixth lord is going in the seventh house, and that too in the Revati Nakshatra. Okay. And Revati is ruled by 10,000 first house by planet Mercury, right? So 10,000 first house will also play its role here. So mostly it shows that in your career you will face some issues, definitely. Okay. Definitely it will happen either in your business or even if you are in job scenario, you will face some issues. Okay. And also in your relationship, now you will face a lot of issues for getting married or for in the relationship part also. And it will affect your personality, definitely. Okay. So these things I can see. But overall, it will be a uh, productive transit. It will be a good transit for Virgos and people. All right. And if you have any questions regarding your career or your marriage, or if you are going through any kind of difficulty in your life, then you can book a consultation with me. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp number and I will do the consultation for you. Also, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and keep learning astrology for free. Thank you. Next, for Libra Ascendant people, for Libra Ascendant, from 17th of May 2026 till 9th of October 2026, Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your 6th house, actually, which is here. In your case, Saturn rules the 4th house with the Capricorn sign and rules the 5th house with the Aquarius sign. Okay. So 4th will be transited in the sixth house for you. So your fourth lord is transiting in the sixth house for you, choose here. And your fifth lord will transit in the sixth house for you. And your fifth lord is going in the sixth house for you, choose here. Okay. Saturn is already transiting in your sixth house in the sign of Pisces since last year, 29th of March 2025. I repeat that Saturn is already transiting in your sixth house in the sign of Pisces from last year since 29th of March 2025. But you might not be getting very good results related to the Saturn in the sixth till now because Saturn was not in the Revati Nakshatra. But from 17th of May, it has come to the Revati Nakshatra. Okay. So what will happen is that now that it will make the process very smooth for your sixth house significations, especially for your job, for your health. Okay. So things will speed up in your case here. Okay. Revati, when Saturn is in the Revati Nakshatra, so things will become very smooth to process to happen. So that is the basic difference which will happen. Okay. Also, Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury, and in your chart for your ascendant, Mercury rules your ninth house with the Gemini sign and rules your 12th house with the Virgo sign. Okay. So ninth house and 12th house will also play its role for your sixth house transit. So I'll explain all the things in detail. Okay. So first we will start our discussion from fourth lord transit and sixth house for you. So first we have to understand what does fourth house represent. See, fourth house represents your home, your motherland, your birth city, your country in which you were born. Fourth house represents your home, your living area. It represents your comfort level. Okay. How much happy or unhappy you are in this lifetime. We see from the fourth house. Fourth house also represents your relation with your mother. Okay. Is it good? Is it bad? And it also represents your family, also family members, and how much support you get or not get from the family members in this lifetime. Fourth house represents your chest area where your heart resides. Okay. So it represents your emotional nature as well. What kind of person you are internally. Okay. Uh, Fourth house represents any kind of real estate work. Okay. Construction related work. Working from home also we check from the fourth house. Now your fourth lord is going in the sixth house for you. So what does sixth house represent? See, sixth house represents debt, disease, enemies, litigations, court cases, secret enemies, secret disease, loans at the same time. Sixth house represents healthcare industry, service industry, job industry, competitions, jealousy at the work area, politics at the work area. Okay. Basically, sixth house represents the struggles of all kind. Okay. Now your fourth lord is going in the sixth house for you in the Revati Nakshatra. So what does it mean? It means that through the fourth house significations, you will achieve sixth house things. Okay. So one possibility is there when the fourth lord is going in the sixth house. It shows that you can change your location first of all because fourth house represents your living area. Going in the sixth house of his struggles. So definitely you can change your location, your living condition, your living place, and most probably you will be living on rent in this transit if the share is supportive. Okay. So living on rent is quite possible. Changing of your location is quite possible. If you are planning to change your location, but if it was not happening, then it can happen from 17th of May onwards. Okay. Good transit for changing your location. Some difficulty can happen with your mother. With your relationship with the mother will not be very good. Okay. But some fights can also happen with your family members as well. Like small fights, not very big fight, but yeah, small fights can be there. Also internally, you like because fourth house represents your emotional state, right? So you will not be um, at peace internally also. Some one or another thing will trouble you. Either the competition, either the job part, or something will be troubling you. You will not be very happy. One thing. See, I already told you that Saturn transiting the Revati Nakshatra, right? And Revati is ruled by planet Mercury, and Mercury rules your ninth house and 12th house. So connecting ninth house with the sixth house and 12th house with the sixth house, it shows that uh, you can get a job in a foreign country, in a foreign place, or far away from your birthplace, maybe in your own home country, but that the job location will be far away from your birth city. This is one thing. Uh, if you are having any disease, then you can get proper treatment of the disease. Okay, but for that you might have to go to hospital or you have to become like hospitalized for a few days because 12th lord is involved here. Okay, either you will be getting cured or either your father will be getting cured here because ninth lord represents your father. Okay, so that thing can also happen here. Uh, Also, I can see if you wanted to go for higher education, then higher education is also possible, and you might be taking some loans as well for higher education because ninth lord is going in the sixth house, shows some loans you are taking for higher education also. Uh, so yeah, that's how it will play. Fourth lord going in the sixth house in the Revati Nakshatra for you. Now, if we talk about fifth lord going in the sixth house for you, so what does fifth house represent? See, fifth house represents your mind, your intellect, your intelligence. It represents your children or children's education. It represents your own education, your college education till your bachelor's degree. Fifth house represents speculation, any kind of speculation related work like stock market, gambling industry, lottery industry. Okay. It represents your creativity, your hobbies, your passions, your interests at the same time. Fifth house represents teaching kind of work as well, mathematics. Also, all kind of sports comes in the fifth house domain, like indoor games, outdoor games. All kind of sports comes in the fifth house domain only. Whether it is cricket, whether it is basketball, whether it is chess, any kind of sports. Okay. Anything which involves a lot of uh, mental power is represented by the fifth house. Okay. Now your fifth lord is going in the sixth house for you. So what that means that through the fifth house significations, you'll achieve sixth house things eventually. So fifth lord in the sixth is not a very good transit because the fifth house represents your mind going in the sixth house. So it shows that your mind will not be very good in the right direction. It will not focus in the right direction. Fifth lord in the sixth house actually. So it shows that if you are involved in any kind of risky businesses or speculation kind of work like social media, stock market, gambling industry, okay, you can face some losses over there. Okay, or you will be struggling a lot in those areas actually to make profits or to establish yourself. Fifth lord going in the sixth house, you can have some issues in conceiving or having childbirth, can be a very big challenge for you. Fifth lord going in the sixth house, it also shows that if you are having any relationship with someone, then you can have breakup with that person. Okay, or a lot of fights can be there, a lot of fights. Okay, also let's say you are married, then also it can happen that some legal cases can be there. Either you can do that against your spouse, or either your spouse can do that against you. Because fifth house represents your relationship. Going in the sixth house of legal disputes. So some court cases can also be there. Okay. Fifth lord is going in the sixth house. Also shows that your mind will 24/7 constantly be thinking about how to handle the competition, how to handle court cases, how to deal with your enemies. Okay. See, fifth house represents your mind, and fourth house is also going in the sixth house. Fourth house represents your emotions. Okay, your heart. So all the things, your mind, your heart, are in the sixth house area. So your overall being is very troubled currently. You are not very happy, actually, that I can see from the transit point of view. I do not know your birth chart. Maybe your dasha is very good, but I'm talking in general from the transit point of view. Fifth lord is going the sixth house, also shows that you can do some kind of like service related work here. Okay. Some counseling kind of work, advising kind of work. But for risky businesses, it's not a very good transit, first of all. And try to focus on the good things in your life, I will say, because if you will focus on the bad things, then your mind will only tell you the bad things happening only. Okay. uh, yeah, one good thing here can happen is that due to your bachelor's degree, whatever education you have achieved during your bachelor's degree, by using that you can get a job, because fifth house represents your bachelor's degree or college education going in the sixth house of job. So if you are trying to get a new job using your bachelor's degree, you can get that. It's a good transit for that. Also, childbirth is possible, but it will happen either using some treatments, okay, something like that. Uh, so I'll say overall it's okay transit. Also, one more thing, that fifth lord is going the sixth house in the Revati Nakshatra. And Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury, and Mercury is ruling your ninth house and 12th house, going the sixth house. So it shows that for education, you might go to foreign lands, first of all. Okay. because fifth house is involved here, ninth house is involved here, and 12th house is involved here in the sixth house. So definitely for education, you can go to foreign lands, but let's say you are already doing education in your own home country or maybe in the foreign lands, then you will have to struggle a lot over there. Or you can also drop out of the education as well. Okay. And a lot of loan amount can be there over you due to the education or due to that speculative business also. So a lot of loans can be there over you. Uh, so I'll say it is a bit struggling time for you. I will say that. Uh, Also, Rahu is currently transiting the fifth house now, so it shows your focus is on the fifth house areas like speculation, lottery industry, stock market, maybe education, higher education, maybe. But it also shows that you are struggling over there as well. Okay. But after June, from June onwards next year, those struggles will be over in your case. So it's like 1 year duration struggles. All right. So I'll say for Libra sign people, it's a okay transit. Okay. All right. And if you have any questions regarding your career or your marriage, or if you are going through any kind of difficulty in your life, then you can book a consultation with me. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp number and I will do the consultation for you. Also, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and keep learning astrology for free. Thank you. Next, for Scorpio ascendant people, for Scorpio ascendant from 17th of May 2026 till 9th of October 2026, Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your fifth house actually, which is here. In your case, Saturn rules the third house of the Capricorn sign and it rules your fourth house of the Aquarius sign. Okay. So third lord will transit in the fifth house for you. So your third lord is transiting in the fifth house for you, which is here. And fourth lord will transit in the fifth house for you. And your fourth lord is transiting in the fifth house for you, which is here. See, was already transiting in the sign of Pisces in your fifth house since last year, 29th of March 2025. I repeat, Saturn is already transiting in your fifth house in Pisces sign since last year, 29th of March 2025. Okay. But you might not be getting good results related to the fifth house significations of your birth chart. Okay. Because Saturn was not in the Revati Nakshatra before, but now Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your fifth house from 17th of May. So when Saturn transit in the Revati Nakshatra, it will speed up the process to give you results of the fifth house significations. Okay. So now you will start getting good results of related to your fifth house areas. Okay. So I will explain all the things. Okay. Don't worry. One more information is that Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury in your birth chart. Okay. And in your birth chart, Mercury rules your 8th house with the Gemini sign and 11th house with the Virgo sign. So Saturn will give results related to the fifth house, but it will also involve 8th house and 11th house flavor as well. So I will explain you all the things. Okay. So first we will start our discussion from third lord transiting the fifth house for you. So first try to understand what does third house represent. The third house represents your courage, your determination, your willpower. Okay. It represents your go-getter attitude to achieve anything in this life. Okay. How much willingness you have to put any amount of efforts in this lifetime to achieve your goals in this life. Okay. So it's a good house to put your own efforts to become self-confident in this lifetime. Third house also represents your communication style. It represents your younger siblings as well. It represents your neighbors. And third house also represents your close social circle, your close friends on which you can trust blindly. Third house also represents your hands and it also represents your skills as well. Any kind of skill you have, like you are an artist, you are a painter, you are a dancer, you are a coder, okay, you are a YouTuber maybe. Also, third house represents some initiatives like entrepreneurship or risk-taking activities as well. Okay. Third house represents short distance travels also. Now, third lord is going in the fifth house for you. So, what does fifth house represent? See, fifth house represents your mind, your intelligence, your intellect. It represents your children, your children's education. It represents your own education till your bachelor's degree as well. Fifth house represents your love affairs, your love life as well. Fifth house represents speculation industry, lottery, stock market. Fifth house represents social media, media industry as well. Fifth house also represents all kind of sports in this lifetime, whether it is cricket, whether it is hockey, whether it is chess, Both outdoor and indoor sports are represented by the fifth house. Uh, Anything which involves a lot of mental use, okay, mental capacity uses re- is represented by the fifth house. Therefore, all kind of learning we see from the fifth house. Mathematics we see from the fifth house, okay, and your children's education we see from the fifth house as well. For childbirth also we check the fifth house significations. Now your third lord is going in the fifth house for you. So what does it mean? It means that through the third house significations you achieve the fifth house things eventually. So it's a good transit when third lord is going in the fifth house because it shows now you will put all of your efforts, the third house significations, you will put all of your efforts, your willpower, your courage to achieve the fifth house significations. So it's a good transit. Whether you wanted to excel at your education, it's a good transit. Whether you wanted to learn something new, it's a very, very good transit for you. Whether you wanted to conceive a child, it's a good transit. If you are expecting a childbirth, then childbirth can also happen from 17th of May till 9th of October this year. Uh, if you wanted to start a new relationship, it can be a good transit for you. If you wanted to get involved in any kind of speculative industry, speculation work like stock market, gambling industry, social media, media industry, it's a good transit for you. Okay. Uh, so I'll say third lord is going in the fifth house, good transit, especially also for those people who are involved in social media kind of thing, because it shows that third house represents your communication or your skills, right? You are showcasing your communication or your skills via social media, the fifth house, right? So you are getting fame for it as well. Fifth house also represents fame as well, right? So third lord is going in the fifth house, very, very good transit. Also, as I mentioned that third lord, which is Saturn, going in the fifth house in the Revati Nakshatra, right? And Revati is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules your 8th house and 11th house. So if we connect 8th house and 11th house with the fifth house, it shows that definitely your fame will increase, name and fame, because 11th house represents name and fame. So definitely your name and fame will increase. Your wish fulfillment can happen. Okay, whether any thing related to the fifth house, your wish fulfillment can happen. Be it childbirth, be it your name and fame, be it money as well, because 11th house also represents money as well. Okay, for your profits. 8th house involvement is also there. Okay, so suddenly things will happen in your case. If we connect 8th with the 5th, so suddenly things will happen. Maybe you can become very good in speculation industry as well. Maybe you can start teaching people as well. Maybe you can become very good at research work as well, and you will showcase your research areas, your research thesis as well. Like maybe because 8th lord is going to 5th house shows that you will showcase or publish your research papers. It can happen like that. Okay, or maybe you will start teaching people very occult kind of things like astrology, occult practices, meditation, yoga, these kind of things as well. So suddenly childbirth can happen. It can also show. Okay. So it's a good transit. Third lord is going to fifth house in the Revati Nakshatra. Now if we talk about fourth lord transiting the fifth house for you. So what does fourth house represent? See, fourth house represents your home, your motherland, your mother, people from the homeland, your birth city, your birth country as well. Fourth house represents your home area, the number of houses which you are going to own in this lifetime. It represents your comforts. Fourth house represents your vehicles as well, your cars. Fourth house represents your emotional nature. See, fourth house represents your chest area where your heart resides. Okay, so it represents your emotions, your emotional nature, and how much control you have over your emotions or not in this lifetime. Fourth house also represents your family members, your mother, and how much support you will get from these people or not in this lifetime. Also, for foreign relocation and permanent settlement in a foreign country, we need to check the fourth house and fourth lord condition. Okay. Uh, Now, fourth lord is going in the fifth house for you. So what does it mean? It means that through the fourth house significations, you will achieve the fifth house eventually. So this fourth lord is going in the fifth house in the Revati Nakshatra. See, when fourth lord is going in the fifth house, it shows that it's a very good transit to start a relationship. First of all, you can start a new relationship definitely. Okay, or to get married as well. It's a good transit. If you want to get married, it's a very, very good transit for you guys. Fourth lord is going in the fifth house also shows that you can become very good in the speculation industry, like a stock market, gambling industry, social media, media industry as well. Mm. And you will be doing these things mostly from your home. because at the same time Rahu is transiting in your fourth house. No? So definitely a lot of things can happen from a living area only. Okay. And fourth lord going in the fifth house also shows that your family will support you a lot, your mother will support you a lot. Okay. And uh, your childbirth can also happen in this transit. Fourth lord is going in the fifth house for you. If you wanted to do something on social media, it's a good transit for you. If you wanted to learn something new, okay, if you wanted to improve your skills, you wanted to take a new course, it's a very good transit for you. All right. And fourth lord is going in the fifth house in the Revati Nakshatra. So uh, 11th house and 8th house will also become active here, going in the fifth house. So it definitely shows that one thing I can see, that relationship part will definitely happen for Scorpio Sun people. Okay. A relationship part I can definitely see, and that relationship will make you happy because fourth lord is going in the fifth house. So that thing will definitely happen, and a lot of your wishes can get fulfilled related to the relationship part. Your marriage can happen, and if you wanted to do something in risky areas, risky businesses, risky industries like speculation industries, those things will also happen for you. Okay. Uh, so yeah, I can see a lot of things happening for you, but it will make you happy at the end. Okay, because fourth lord is in the fifth house, so definitely a lot of things will happen which will make you happy at the end. So overall, I'll say for Scorpio ascendant people, it's a good transit for you. All right. And if you have any questions regarding your career or your marriage, or if you're going through any kind of difficulty in your life, then you can book a consultation with me. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp number and I will do the consultation for you. Also, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and keep learning and study for free. Thank you. Next, for Sagittarius ascendant people, for Sagittarius ascendant, from 17th of May 2026 till 9th of October 2026, Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your fourth house, actually, choose here. And in your case, Saturn rules your second house with the Capricorn sign and rules your third house with the Aquarius sign. Okay. So a second lord will transit in the fourth house for you. So a second lord is transiting the fourth house for you, choose here. And your third lord will transit in the fourth house for you. And your third lord is transiting the fourth house for you, choose here. Okay. See, Saturn is transiting in your fourth house in the sign of Pisces since last year, 29th of March 2025. I repeat, Saturn is transiting in your fourth house since last year, 29th of March 2025. But now it is coming in the Revati Nakshatra since 17th of May 2026 this year. Okay. So many of you might not have got good results related to your fourth house significations. Okay. Like many of you wanted to relocate to a new place. Okay. Maybe purchase a home, purchase a property, purchase a vehicle, or maybe you wanted to go to a foreign country. Okay. So those things uh, might not be happening for some of the people. Like few Sagittarius and people I know that these things have already happened in their charts, in their life, but most of the people are still not getting good results. But now this is the time when Saturn will transiting the Revati Nakshatra in your fourth house. Now things will happen for you in a very fast manner, in a very smooth manner, related to your fourth house actually. So if you're wondering why things are not happening, even after Saturn has come in the fourth house, because it was not in the Revati Nakshatra before. So now it will happen. Okay. One more information is that Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury. And Mercury rules in your birth chart your seventh house with the Gemini sign and it rules your 10th house with the Virgo sign. So seventh house and 10th house will also play its role in this transit. So I will explain all the things one by one. Okay. So first we will start our discussion from second lord transiting the fourth house for you. So first try to understand what the second house represents. The second house represents your money, your bank balance, your finances, your speech, your your face value, how much people can trust on you. It represents your family members as well. Second house represents your joint family members, your joint assets at the same time. Okay. Second house also represents how much you value yourself. Like what is your self-worth in your own mind. Okay. Uh, it also shows what kind of food you want to intake. Okay. Now second lord is going in the fourth house for you. So what does fourth house represent? See, fourth house represents your mother, your homeland, people from the homeland. Okay. It represents your vehicles, your house in which you live, your living place. It represents all the comforts which you are going to get or not in this lifetime. Fourth house also represents your emotional nature. See, fourth house represents your heart, your chest area, where your heart resides. Okay. So it represents how much control this person is going to have over his emotions or not. Okay. Also, fourth house represents your relation with your mother, or fourth house also represents your family and family members as well. It also shows how much support you are going to get or not in this lifetime from the family members. Okay. Uh, Fourth house also represents masses and support of the public as well. Okay, like many politicians have very good fourth house because they have very good support from the public as well. Also, for foreign settlement and relocation, we check fourth house and fourth lord condition. Now, second lord is going in the fourth house for you. What does it represent? It means through the second house significations, you will achieve the fourth housings eventually. So definitely, it shows that uh, you can spend your money in your fourth house area because second house represents your money, your bank balance, right? Your savings going in the fourth house. So it shows that you can spend money on your rent. Maybe you can relocate to a new place, okay, where you will be living on rent, or maybe you can purchase a new property as well because fourth house also represents purchasing of a property or a vehicle. So maybe you are buying a house or buying a new car, new vehicle, so you can spend money over there as well. Second lord going in the fourth house also shows that you can spend a lot of your money on your comforts as well, okay, because fourth house also represents comforts. Or if you work from home, then also you can spend a lot of money on your work from home things as well, okay. Sometimes fourth house represents your business from the home or working from the home if you have combinations in your birth chart, so it can show that thing also. If you wanted to relocate to a new country, new place, okay, this is a good transit, but some of your expenses will be happening for that. Also, it shows that second lord or second house represents your family wealth as well, going in the fourth house. So, if your family wanted to purchase a new property, new house, new vehicle, it's a good transit. Or your family can also relocate to a new place when second lord is going in the fourth house. Okay, and yeah, see, this planet Saturn is going in the fourth house, being second lord, right? Uh, so it shows that it can take you away from your family or from your birthplace especially. Okay, in the birth city in which you were born, you will be moving away from that place. So I'm not saying that you will be moving to a foreign place only. It can happen, it cannot happen, but definitely you'll change your city. Your state also can change. Okay, so movement I can see here happening. Definitely fourth lord Jupiter will also be transiting in the eighth house soon. Okay, from 2nd of June. So definitely movement is seen regarding your relocation part, regarding your living conditions. So for those people who are waiting for a movement to happen regarding their physical location getting changed, it's a good transit. Also, that it is second lord is going in the fourth house in the Revati Nakshatra, right? So things will happen very fast now. You will be able to see the good results happening actually. So that's the nature of this Revati Nakshatra. Also, as I mentioned before, that Revati is ruled by planet Mercury. Mercury rules your seventh house with the Gemini sign and it rules your 10th house with the Virgo sign. So if we connect seventh house and 10th house with the fourth house movement, it shows you will move due to your career, due to your work area, because 10th house represents your career, your work area, your social status. And due to your seventh house as well, you can move. So either you are moving due to your business, okay, maybe you are doing any business and for that business you are moving away, or it also shows that due to your marriage also you can move away. Okay, or if you're not moving, let's say you are purchasing a property or vehicle or something like that, then it shows that some family business you can start or some bad business you can start from your home area. Because if we connect 10,000 fourth house also shows that working from home, and seventh house with the fourth house shows that business from home. Okay, so definitely some work I can see from the home. If your relocation is not happening, then definitely you'll be working from home, and you will like you can spend a lot of money in that business also, but it will be fruitful for you. Okay, I will say that. So that's how it will work, like Saturn transiting Revati Nakshatra being second lord. Okay, now if we talk about third lord transit in the fourth house for you, so what does third house represent? See, third house represents your courage, your determination, your willpower. It represents your go-getter attitude, like how much courage you have or determination or willpower you have to achieve your goals in this lifetime. Third house also represents uh, your younger siblings, your neighbors, and your close social circles, your close friends on which you can trust blindly. Okay. Third house also represents your hands, your skills. Like you can be an artist, you can be a painter, you can be a coder, you can be a software developer, you can be a consultant. All these skills we see from the third house. Okay. Now, third house also represents your neighbors as well. It represents short distance journeys in the same country, in the same state, maybe, or but at least in the same country. Third house also represents a startup entrepreneurship kind of thing. And also, third house represents your risk taking capacity and your self confidence on yourself, on your abilities, on your skills. Now, third lord is going in the fourth house for you. What does it represent? It shows that by using the third house significations, you'll achieve the fourth house things eventually. So it's also a good transit for you because it shows you are putting all of your efforts towards the fourth house areas now. Okay. So it means that as I already mentioned, that if you wanted to move away from your birthplace or from your birth city, you wanted to move away, it's a very, very good transit because it shows that third lord means your efforts you are putting in the fourth house areas of moving away. Or if you wanted to buy a new property, new vehicle, it's a very, very good transit. All of your efforts will be in the fourth house areas. In the same way, uh, see, fourth house also represents your family. So if you wanted to create your family, if you wanted to start family, or if you wanted to get married, okay, then also it can be a good transit because it shows that you are putting your efforts towards family members or establishing a family also. So it can be a good transit. Uh, Third lord is going in the fourth house also shows that due to your younger siblings, uh, like your younger siblings can help you uh, with whatever you wanted to do before, or your friends can help you, your neighbors can help you in establishing a business or moving away from the birthplace. It can happen here actually. Also, as I mentioned, that third lord is transiting the fourth house in the Revati Nakshatra, and Revati rules your seventh house and 10th house, right? So it shows that if you wanted to move due to your work area, due to your career, okay, then you will have to put a lot more efforts. It will not be a very easy move, okay, because your third lord is involved in the fourth house, and if we connect it with the 10th house, so definitely you will be able to move, but a lot of efforts will be required from your side. A lot of skill development will be required, okay. Uh, Seventh house is also involved, so it also shows that if you wanted to get married and move away, then a lot of efforts will be required from your end to get married and move away. Or if you want to start a business, then it will require a lot of efforts, lot of patience, lot of determination, lot of willpower. Then only you will be able to establish your business, and maybe you can move away as well. Okay. Also, I can see a lot of communication in your home area because third house represents communication going in the fourth house of living area. So a lot of communication will be happening from your house or living area as well. But for Saturn ascendant people, I'll say it's a good transit because eventually you will be establishing something important in your life, maybe related to your work, related to your family, or maybe moving away from somewhere else. Okay. So eventually, I'll say it's a good transit for you. All right. And if you have any questions regarding your career or your marriage, or if you are going through any kind of difficulty in life, then you can book a consultation with me. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp number and I will do the consultation for you. Also, if you want to take courses from me, you can WhatsApp me on this same number. Okay. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and keep learning astrology for free. Thank you. Next, for Capricorn Ascendant people, for Capricorn Ascendant, from 17th of May 2026 till 9th of October 2026, Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your third house, actually, which is here. And in your case, Saturn rules the first house with the Capricorn sign and rules the second house with the Aquarius sign. Okay. So, first lord will transit in third house for you. So, your first lord is transiting in third house for you, which is here. And second lord will transit in third house for you. And your second lord is transiting in third house for you, which is here. Okay. See, Saturn was already transiting in your third house in the sign of Pisces since last year, 29th of March 2025. I repeat that Saturn was already transiting in your third house in the sign of Pisces since last year, 29th of March 2025. But you might not be getting some very good results related to your third house Saturn transit till now. Okay. But now Saturn will start transiting the Revati Nakshatra in your third house from 17th of May. So now you will start seeing very good results related to the Saturn transit because when Saturn transit in the Revati Nakshatra, it become like very smooth transit. Okay, so it gives very smooth results and very significant results for you. Okay. Also, one more information is that Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury. In your ascendant, in your birth chart, Mercury rules your sixth house of the Gemini sign and rules your ninth house of the Virgo sign. Okay. So sixth house and ninth house connection will also be there in giving your results related to your third house. So I will explain all the things one by one. Okay. So first we will start our discussion from first Lord transiting third house for you. So first try to understand what does first house represent. See, first house represents you, yourself, your self-personality, your self-confidence, and your aura in the general public in this lifetime. First house also represents your health, your vitality, and your overall physical bodily structure as well. Okay. Now, first Lord is going in the third house for you. So what does third house represent? The third house represents your courage, your determination, willpower. Okay. It represents your go-getter attitude, how much courage you have or how much willpower you have to achieve anything on your own in this lifetime. We can see from the third house. Third house also represents your younger siblings, your neighbors, your close friends, your close social circle on which you can trust blindly. Third house also represents short distance journeys in the same country. Third house represents your communication style. It represents your skills, what kind of skill you have in this lifetime, like whether you are an artist, you are a painter, you are a dancer, you are a coder, you are a software developer, you are a consultant. All these skills we can see from the third house. Okay. Uh, Also, third house represents entrepreneurship, startup kind of things as well. It represents your risk-taking abilities as well. Okay. Uh, Now, first lord is going in third house for you. So, what does it mean? It means that through the first house significations, you will achieve third house things eventually. So, it's a very good transit for those people uh, who wanted to start their own business. Because first house represents you going in the third house of entrepreneurship startups. Definitely, it shows you will try to do something in this transit of your own. Whether it will work or not, it depends on your natal chart, on your birth chart, but you will try doing something of your own. It's a good transit, okay? If you want to upgrade your skills, you want to enhance your skills, it's a very good transit because it shows that first house is you, right? Going to third house, it shows that your whole life focus is towards skill development here. It's a good transit. If you wanted to do something in collaboration with your friend circle, with your neighbors, with your younger siblings as well, it's a good transit for you. If you wanted to take short distance journeys, you wanted to move from your birthplace, it's a good transit. Also, first lord is going to third house, it is aspecting your ninth house with the seventh aspect. So, foreign movement is also possible in your case. So, if you wanted to move to foreign, also, it's quite possible in your chart if your dasha is supportive. So first lord is going third house. Definitely, it's a good transit, but I will say that it will increase a lot of your efforts in your life, in your overall life, because eventually the third house basic theme is putting efforts, a lot of efforts. So you will see that you will be already you are trying to do a lot of things since last year. When Saturn transited in your third house since 29th of March 2025, you have been trying to do a lot of things, putting a lot more efforts, and the same thing will continue till next year, mid of like approximately end of May. Okay. Then Saturn will transit in Aries in your fourth house after that. So for the next 1 year also, you'll put a lot more efforts. But now you will get rewarded for those efforts at the same time. Okay. So I will say that keep putting efforts. It's a good transit to gain more self-confidence on yourself, to maybe like observe or analyze your abilities or skills in which field you are good, and you should focus on that. Okay. So it's a good transit. Also, like I told you that first lord is Saturn, right? And Saturn is transiting the Revati Nakshatra in your third house. So Revati is ruled by planet Mercury, and Mercury in your birth chart rules sixth house of the Gemini sign and it rules your ninth house of the Virgo sign. So if we connect sixth house with the third house and ninth house with the third house, so it shows that you'll be putting a lot more efforts in your job area. Okay, maybe a lot of Capricorn ascendant people are getting difficulties at the job areas. Maybe they are laid off or they are not having any job right now, and they're putting a lot of efforts for getting a job. So it's a good transit. You will be able to get the job. Okay. Because sixth house represents your job, getting connected to the third house of effort. So definitely By putting a lot more efforts, by upgrading your skills, you'll get the job. It's a good transit. If we connect ninth house with the third house, it shows that if you wanted to go to foreign or move to foreign lands far away, it can be a good transit for you. If you wanted to go for higher education, okay, higher learning, master degrees, MS, PhDs, it can be a good transit for you. But for that, you will have to put a lot more efforts. Persistence will be required. Willpower will be required, actually. Okay. Also, if you are into any kind of work of publishing anything, maybe on social media, YouTube, it's a good transit for you. Okay. Uh, Also, if you are facing any health issues, now because Jupiter is in the 6th house in transit, so after putting a lot more efforts, you will be able to deal with those health issues as well. So overall, I'll say it's a good transit. Okay, and because since second lord is going in the third house, it shows that you will be spending a lot of your money uh, in your third house initiatives as well, like for starting your own company. Okay, because see, I already explained first lord and third house, but if we discuss like second lord is going in the third house, so what does second house represent? First of all, second house represents your money, your bank balance, your finances. It represents your speech. It represents your food habits. It represents your face value. I mean, whether people can trust you or not, using your name, using your face value. Second house also represents uh, what kind of food you intake. Okay, it represents your family members, your joint family members as well. It represents your joint assets at the same time. Second house also represents how much you value yourself in your own mind, like your self worth. Okay. So second lord is going third house in the Revati Nakshatra. So it shows that by using the second house significations, you'll achieve the third house things eventually. So uh, it shows that you'll be spending a lot of your money in starting your own company, in starting your own business, okay, actually. Okay. So it shows that expenses can be there, first of all, for starting your own company. Uh, Also, for upgrading your skills, you'll be taking a lot of courses. For that, you'll be paying a lot of money. Second lord in the third house. Also, it shows that by using your like speaking abilities, okay, your speech, you'll be able to get a lot of self confidence within you. You'll be able to gain a lot of skills, maybe. Okay, so skill upgradation I can see by using second lord in the third house. Also, it can show like your family can support you financially here if you wanted to do something of your own. If you wanted to start your own business, your family can support you here. Second lord is going in the third house for you, but it is going in the Revati Nakshatra, right? And Revati is ruled by planet Mercury, which rules for 6th house and 9th house. So sixth lord in the third, ninth lord in the third. So definitely it shows that mm, some loans you might also have to take for starting that kind of business. If you are using your family wealth or even your own wealth, if you're using, then some kind of loans you can have, or some competition you will have to face over there, or some disease can trouble you over there, or some enemies can also trouble you. Ninth lord is getting connected to third house, and second lord is coming in the third house. Shows that definitely you will learn a lot in that business, and your luck will also support you in that business, definitely, because you are getting support of the ninth house here. And if you wanted to do like, let's say, import export business or long distance business, student travel business, it can be a good transit for you. Or if you wanted to do something related to the 12th house, like spirituality, meditation, uh, astrology, it can be a good transit for you. Uh, but you will get success in your business, in your startups from 2nd of June onwards, when Jupiter will transit in the seventh house. Because what is happening? The second lord currently is going in the third house, and third lord is going in the 6th house. So whatever money you were putting in, it was going in waste. You are not getting profits from that money since last year. I mean, at least from 13th of May 2025 onwards. I repeat, from 13th of May 2025 onwards, if you have been trying your own business, you are getting a lot of losses in those businesses, because eventually the circuit is very bad. Second lord in the third and third lord in the sixth. So you are losing the money. But now eventually second lord in the third, but third lord will come in the seventh house. So you will gain a lot of money through that startup, through that business actually. Okay. So for those people who are waiting for their profits, it will be good transit. Just wait till 2nd of June. After that, you will start seeing profits for you. All right. So for Capricorn ascendant people, I will say overall it's a good transit. All right. And if you have any questions regarding your career or your marriage, or if you are going through any kind of difficulty in your life, then you can book a consultation with me. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp number and I will do the consultation for you. Also, if you want to learn astrology from me, you want to take courses, you can message me on this same number. Okay. Also, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and keep learning astrology for free. Thank you. Next, for Aquarius ascendant people, for Aquarius ascendant, from 17th of May 2026 till 9th of October 2026, Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your second house, which is here. And in your case, Saturn rules your 12th house with the Capricorn sign and it rules your first house with the Aquarius sign. Okay. So your 12th lord will transit in the second house for you. And so your 12th lord is transit in the second house for you, choose here. And your first lord will transit in the second house for you. And your first lord is transit in the second house for you, choose here. Okay. See, I want to mention that Saturn is already transiting in your second house in the sign of Pisces since last year, 29th of March 2025. I repeat that Saturn has been already transiting in your second house in the sign of Pisces since last year, 29th of March 2025. But you might not be getting the proper results of Saturn transiting the second house before. Like some people are getting it who are Aquarius ascendant, but many of them are still not getting that kind of results. But now you will start getting those results. Why? Because now Saturn is transiting the Revati Nakshatra since 17th of May 2026 this year. So when Saturn transits the Revati Nakshatra, it becomes very smooth for the Saturn to give you results related to the that house particularly. So in your case, it's in the second house. Okay. Uh, so now you will start getting the results of Saturn in the second house. Okay. One more information is that Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury. And Mercury in your birth chart rules your fifth house with the Gemini sign, rules your eighth house with the Virgo sign. Okay. So fifth house and eighth house will also play its role in the second house transit of Saturn in your birth chart. So I will explain you all the things one by one. First, we'll start our discussion from 12th or transit in the second house for you. So what does, first try to understand what does 12th house represent? See, 12th house represents foreign lands, moksha, asylums, jails, ashrams, monasteries, spiritual places, spiritual sanctuaries at the same time. 12th house represents bad pleasures. It represents things which are done behind the scenes, behind the curtains. 12th house represents losses as well. Okay. Uh, Also, 12th house represents other worldly things like space, aerospace, other planets, galaxies. Okay. Meditation, yoga, occult practices also we see from the 12th house. Aliens also we see from the 12th house. Okay. Now, 12th lord is going the second house for you. So, what does second house represent? The second house represents money, bank balance, finances. It represents your savings. Second house represents your family members as well. It represents your joint family members as well. Second house also represents your joint assets at the same time. Okay. Second house also represents your face value, whether people can trust you or not. Second house represents your like self-worth, like how much you value yourself in your mind. Okay, so it represents your self-worth as well. Obviously, second house represents what kind of speech you use while talking to people, whether you use very harsh kind of words, whether you use very sophisticated, soft kind of tone. We see from the second house. Now, 12th lord is going the second house for you. So what does it mean? It means that through the 12th house significations, you reach your second house things eventually. So it's a very, very good transit for those people who wants to get money from the 12th house things. I mean, you can get a lot of money from foreign sources because 12th house represents foreign coming the second house in your bank balance. So definitely those people who wants to get money from foreign companies, they can get a lot of money. Like many people work in MNCs, multinational companies, right? So obviously they are getting paid from the foreign companies. Let's say you have business, then you can get a lot of money from the customers from foreign. If you work in any 12th house areas like spirituality, moksha, uh, astrology, meditation, yoga, okay, or maybe you work in foreign, then you can get a lot of money in your bank account. Let's say you have done some investments in the past because 12th house also represents for investment, okay? So you can get a lot of profits from those investments in your bank account directly. 12th lord coming in the second house also shows that you will develop some food habits which are related to foreign. Like you will start trying many foreign cuisines like maybe Italian, French, something like that. Okay, or maybe you will start cooking yourself by learning online, but it will happen. Some foreign food you are going to taste. 12th lord coming in the second house also shows that you can learn some foreign languages as well. Okay, because 12th house represents foreign, coming in the second house of your speech, so you will start speaking some foreign language as well. 12th lord coming in the second house also shows that, let's say your dasha is very bad. Okay, you're not going through very good dasha, then it can happen that you can have some losses in your bank balance as well. Some losses can be there, some expenses can be there in your bank balance, or your family can move away from your birthplace, because second house represents your family, 12th house represents foreign, far away places. So it can take away your family from you, or some fights can happen, some disagreements can happen with your family members, and you guys can get separated. Okay. 12th lord coming in the second house also shows that some of your family members can go to hospitals as well. Okay. Or you can have a lot of expenses due to hospital bills at the same time. See, uh, the thing is that this is planet Saturn, which is transiting the second house. Okay. So what happens is that, see, Saturn transits any house in once every 28 to 30 years. So it has come in your second house after 28 to 30 years. Okay. Many of you are experiencing this transit for the first time. But this is the nature of the planet Saturn, like, especially in the second house. Now, when it transits the second house, it teaches you the value of money, because second house represents your money, your bank balance, right? So whenever Saturn transits the second house, it will teach you the value of money. And how it will teach you? When you don't have any money or you have a lot of expenses going on from your bank account, then you will start learn the value of money. You will start to save every penny which you can. Okay. So definitely I can see for Aquarius and people, money shortage is there, money crunch is there, and you are experiencing a lot of financial issues. Okay. Like you might be having a lot of money in your bank account, but at the same time you are spending a lot of money, or you have to spend a lot of money at the same time due to one or another reason. It doesn't matter. uh, so when Saturn, because see, Saturn is in the second house in transit for you guys since last year, 29th of March 2025. So since then, if you can try to recall that, since then only your expenses have started to increase, right? So it will continue till next year, at least till end of May approximately. But after that, Saturn will transit in your third house. So that amount of expenses will not be there after that. Okay. Okay. One more thing is that Saturn is transiting the Revati Nakshatra, and Revati is ruled by planet Mercury, and Mercury in your birth chart rules the fifth house and eighth house. So if we connect fifth house with the second house and eighth house with the second house, shows that you are getting money. Okay. Either from the fifth house, like through speculation, through education, maybe through counseling, advising, through teaching kind of work. You are getting money through social media as well. You are getting money. Okay, through any sports you are getting money. We consider 8,000 a second, so it shows that you are getting money from the like public as well. Maybe by launching IPOs. Maybe you are getting money from investments you have done, mutual funds, stock market. You are getting money. Maybe you are involved in any kind of occult related work. Okay, like astro or meditation, yoga, these kind of things. You are getting money from there. Or because eighth house also represents your spouse, family, or in-laws, you are getting money from your in-laws as well. So it shows definitely you are getting money, but it also shows that you will have a lot of burden financially over your mind. Okay, because Saturn will teach you the value of money definitely. Like when Saturn transits the second house, it makes the person feel like the person will think twice before spending even a single rupee. That's the kind of transit when Saturn transits the second house. Okay. Instant it is happening the Revati Nakshatra. So these things will start happening very prominently now. Okay. And definitely you will face these issues when Saturn will transit in the sixth house of his struggles, since it will start from 2nd of June this year, 2nd of June 2026 onwards. So next year, next 1 year will be very full of struggles for you. I'm just telling you. Okay. See, I do not want to say a lot of bad things, but I have to say bad here because I can see a lot of bad things happening actually. Okay. I generally do not say a lot of bad things, but what I am seeing in your chart, I'm telling you exactly honestly. Okay. So try to save as much money as you can. Okay. So that you will have a lot of money backup, because expenses will be there. Okay. Now, if we talk about first lord transit in the second house for you, so what does first house represent? See, first house represents you, yourself, your self personality, your self confidence, and your aura in the general public in this lifetime. First house also represents your health, your vitality, and your overall physical body structure as well. Now, your first lord is going in the second house for you. So, what does it mean? It means that through the first house significations, you will achieve the second house things eventually. So, it's a good transit. See, first house represents you, right? Going in the second house of money, bank balance, finance. So, it shows that your whole life focus during the Saturn transit, I mean, till next year at least, mid of May or end of May, you will be focused on accumulating a lot of wealth, or increasing your bank balance, or maintaining your bank balance anyhow. Okay. Also, second house represents your family members. So you can also get married also in this transit, because first lord is going in the second house, right? So it shows that, because it shows that your focus is on the growth of the second house. So second house also represents your family members as well. So maybe you can get married and you are growing your second house for your family members, right? So for getting married also, it can be a good transit for you. First lord is going in the second house also shows that you will pay a lot of attention towards your speech, towards your face value. Like you should maintain a good image in the society, like that, and you can put a lot of emphasis on your family members as well. Okay. And since Revati Nakshatra is also involved here, so fifth house and eighth house will play its role. So what I can see mostly here is that either a childbirth will happen, or it might have already happened, because Jupiter is already transiting the first house. So due to a childbirth have happened in your birth, in your family, so addition of family is happening, or through the marriage, because eighth house also presents marriage or in-laws. So through addition of the in-laws, these things are happening in your life. But money crunch will be there. Okay, some issues, financial issues can be there, but addition of family will also be there. I can see that. Okay, first lord is going in the second house for you, and definitely you will see these things happening prominently when Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra from 17th of May. Okay, some struggles can be there when Jupiter will transit in your sixth house, but it will be for 1 year transit. Okay, after that things will be normal for you. All right. So for Aquarius assigned people, I will say overall it's a okay transit. All right. And if you have any questions regarding your career or your marriage, or if you are going through any kind of difficulty in your life, then you can book a consultation with me. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp number and I will do the consultation for you. Also, if you want to take courses from me of astrology, you can message me on this same WhatsApp number. Okay. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and keep learning astrology for free. Thank you. Next, for Pisces Ascendant people, for Pisces Ascendant from 17th of May 2026 till 9th of October 2026, Saturn will transit in the Revati Nakshatra in your first house, actually, choose here. In your case, Saturn rules your 11th house with the Capricorn sign, rules your 12th house with the Aquarius sign. Okay. So 11th Lord will transit in the first house for you. So 11th Lord is transiting the first house for you, choose here. And your 12th Lord will transit in the first house for you. And your 12th Lord is going in the first house for you, choose here. Okay. So, see, I want to tell you that Saturn has been already transiting in your first house in the sign of Pisces since last year, 28th of March 2025. I repeat, Saturn has been already transiting in your first house in the sign of Pisces since last year, 28th of March 2025. But many of you might not have been getting good results related to your first house. Okay. Why? Because Saturn was not transiting in the Revati Nakshatra before. But from 17th of May 2026 this year, Saturn is transiting in your Revati Nakshatra. So what is the difference now? When Saturn transits the Revati Nakshatra, it make the process very fast or smooth for Saturn to give results. Okay. So now you'll start getting, or you'll start seeing the prominent results happening in your life from 17th of May 2026 related to your first house. Okay. Also, one more thing I want to mention is that Saturn is going in the Revati Nakshatra, and Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury in your birth chart. Okay. And Mercury rules your fourth house with the Gemini sign and rules the seventh house with the Virgo sign. Okay. So seventh house and fourth house will also play its role in the first house transit. So I will explain you all the things one by one. First, we will start our discussion from 11th Lord transiting the first house for you. So first, try to understand what does 11th house represent. The 11th house represents your wishes, your desires, your wish fulfillment in this lifetime. It represents your friend circle, your network circle, your professional network circle in this lifetime. 11th house also represents your name and fame, your reputation in the society as well. 11th house represents socializing with the people. Okay. If you're a social kind of person or if you're a very introvert kind of person, we can see from the 11th house and 11th lord condition in your birth chart. Also, 11th house represents your easy money, easy income, easy profits in this lifetime. Uh, Also, 11th house represents working in a big group settings like MNCs. Okay. Uh, if you have very good plans in the 11th house, you can make money from stock market as well, like investments. You can make money from there as well. Okay. See, 11th house is the number one most materialistic house in all the 12 houses. So it shows like ultimate of desires, materialistic desires in this lifetime. Now, 11th lord is going in the first house for you. So what does first house represent? See, first house represents you, yourself, your self-pursuit, your self-confidence, and your aura in the general public in this lifetime. First house also represents your health, your vitality, and your overall physical bodily structure as well. Okay. Now, 11th lord is going the first house for you. So, what does it mean? It means that through the 11th house significations, you'll achieve the first house things eventually. So, it shows that now by using the 11th house things, you are getting the first housing. So, it's a very, very good transit for Pisces and people. Why? Because, first of all, you are going to get good name and fame. You can become quite famous than before. Because 11th house represents name and fame coming in the first house towards you. So, name and fame is coming towards you here. Your reputation will increase in the society. Okay. Also, 11th house represents your wishes, your desires, your wish fulfillment coming in the first house. So it shows that a lot of your wishes and desires can get fulfilled over here, first of all. Okay. And you will see that you will become very happy than before. Because when your desires will get fulfilled, then you will become very happy, right? You'll also 11th house represents socializing with the people. So you will become very social than before. A lot of your friends will be there. Like you will become very friendly with the people. Like friends will support you a lot because 11th lord is coming towards you. It shows that your friends are supporting you a lot in your overall life. It's a good transit. 11th lord coming in the first house also shows that you can have very good profits from the investments which you have done in the past. Okay. Or you can get very good income sources as well in this transit. So fantastic transit. 11th lord is going in the first house for you. uh See, 11th lord will transit in the Revati Nakshatra also, right? And Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury, which rules the 4th house and 7th house. So 4th lord is getting connected with the first house, 7th house is getting connected with the first house. So it shows that most of your desires will get fulfilled related to the 4th house and 7th house. So it shows that if you wanted to purchase a new property, new house, it can be a good transit. If you wanted to purchase any vehicle, it can be a good transit. Okay. If you wanted to increase comforts or luxury in your living area, it can be a very, very good transit for you. Also, 7th house is involved here, being Mercury Lord, getting connected with the first house shows that you wanted to get married, you can get married here. You wanted to start a new relationship, it can be a good transit, but mostly I see marriage happening over here because 4th house is also involved. Okay. So, marriage can happen definitely. If you wanted to start a business, it's a good transit. Your business, you can start from your home only. And regarding your business or marriage, your wishes can get fulfilled definitely. Okay. And if these things were not happening before, you will definitely see these things happening from 2nd of June onwards when Jupiter will transit in your 5th house, okay, exalted. So these things will definitely happen. Especially your marriage will definitely happen, okay. Uh, so I'll say it's a good transit happening in your case, okay. And from 17th of May onwards, you might already have started noticing these results in your life, okay. Now, if we talk about 12th lord transiting the first house for you, so what does 12th house represent? See, 12th house represents foreign lands, moksha, asylums, jails, ashrams, monasteries, spiritual places, spiritual sanctuaries at the same time. 12th house represents bad pleasures, things which are done behind the scenes, behind the curtains. It represents losses. It represents otherworldly things like space, aerospace, okay, astrology. These kind of things we see from the 12th house. Foreign travels also we see from the 12th house. Investments we also see from the 12th house. Now, 12th house is coming in the first house for you. So what does it mean? It means that through the 12th house significations, or after dealing with the 12th house things, you will achieve the first house things eventually. So it's a mixed transit when 12th lord is coming in the first house. Because it shows that you might have to face some losses, maybe. If your dasha is very bad, then because 12th house represents losses coming in the first house towards you. So some losses can be there in your life, expenses can be there in your life, okay? Or if you wanted to go to some hospitals for some surgery or some treatment, then that thing can also start for you. Okay. It can be a good transit if your dasha is good and you wanted to learn about astrology, okay, occult, meditation, yoga. You wanted to visit some ashrams, okay. It can be a good transit. 12th lord is coming in the first house. Also good transit for those people who wanted to go to a foreign place far away from your birthplace. If not foreign, then you can move away from your birthplace, like very far, but maybe in the same country, okay. Depends on dasha and antardasha. 12th lord coming in the first house also shows that you can get married as well, okay. 12th lord coming in the first house also shows that you can learn a lot about other worldly things, space, aerospace, okay. Or you can start exploring a lot of things about foreign cultures, foreign countries, foreign people, foreign foods as well. Also, 12th lord coming in the first house also shows that you will start getting a lot more sleep than before. Okay, your sleep quantity will increase here if your dasha is supportive, which is a good thing. If you are into meditation, yoga, uh, occult, this can be a good transit. Okay, this can be a good transit. Okay. Now, 12th lord is transiting the first house in the Revati Nakshatra, right? And Revati rules the 4th house and 7th house. So it will also connect with this transit. So if you wanted to move to foreign, far away, it can be a good transit because 4th house is involved with the 12th house coming in the first. So definitely foreign movement, I can see. Foreign relocation can be there, or relocation to a far away place can be there. Okay. It's a good transit. Also, it shows that because 7th house is also involved, if you wanted to marry a foreigner or people or a person from a faraway place, it can be a good transit for you. Or if you wanted to get married in a foreign place, it can be a good transit for you. If you wanted to start a business in a foreign place or with foreign people, faraway people, it can be a very, very good transit for you. So 12th lord coming in the first house, it's a good transit, but some expenses can be there at the same time. Obviously, if you're moving to foreign from a country, some expenses will be there, right? Like visa expense and everything. But wish fulfillment will also be there at the same time. Okay. And definitely these things you will start seeing from 2nd of June when Jupiter will start transiting in your 5th house. Definitely it will happen. So for Pisces and people also overall, it's a very, very good transit for you. All right. And if you have any questions regarding your career or your marriage, or if you are going through any kind of difficulty in life, then you can book a consultation with me. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp number and I will do the consultation for you. Also, if you want to learn astrology or take courses from me, you can WhatsApp me on the same number. Okay. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and keep learning astrology for free. Thank you.